I think that's decent. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
we'll go to me. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Look at that wave.
I'm actually gonna just cut the music.
Look at that wave.
Cut it.
Daddy needs a haircut.
Do you have? Let me see.
Look at that wave.
Oh, it looks good, man.
It's like Elvis.
Hey, angle your. Oh no, that camera's fine.
Elvis
Because you're gonna be
is-
looking at us when you talk.
Elvis
Can
is
you,
back.
Actually, I have
Elvis
camera
is
control,
back.
so yeah, I'm just gonna do a little justy justice.
This is our pre-stream
Justy
adjustments.
justice.
We're just
Justy-
adjusting by
adjustiness.
some adjustments.
So I'm gonna be looking this direction. So we want to be kind of over this way. All right.
Oh, yes.
And Jordan is.
Hello.
Let's go down a little bit more. I want to see more nip with you.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
We'll go
There
main
it
camera.
is.
All right, let's get this.
Hold on. I'm still gotta.
Oh, sorry.
Still gotta run some things. We're just.
Sorry.
Now we're just hanging out.
Sorry. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. How you doing, Jordan? Doing
Pretty good.
I like your.
Pretty good.
I like your ambassador shirt. I've got
Thank
the
you.
Forza. I have no idea where. Oh, Forza shirt on, and McSpicy's got the
I
XoneBros shirt on.
do.
That
Why
haircut,
did it not?
that
What's
haircut,
going on?
the haircut is on point.
Thank you.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I got a haircut today. In between changing tires on my Buick, I
In
walked.
between changing diapers, I would have got a haircut.
I
Did they
went-
give you complimentary tire irons?
No.
It's like
let me tell you what
It's like
happened.
a garage barber shop all in one. That'd be sweet.
Well, because you have
actually.
like
That's
three
actually a
tire.
really cool
you
idea.
have like 2 tire irons on
like-
your kitchen table.
I could call
I
it the
do.
man cave, and it's you take your car in there, they rotate tires and do brakes and stuff, and right on the back wall it's barber chairs, and you get your haircut.
That's genius.
That is
Actually.
Yeah.
genius.
That's a. Don't tell anybody about that. That's
Maybe
a
you
good
install a bar or something as well.
No, I was getting my
man cave.
tires. They said it would be a half-hour wait, so I went on a walk outside,
Yeah.
and I found a haircut place.
Where do you get your tires done? Costco?
No, it's called the Tire Factory.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's down there.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I do Costco usually.
Yeah, that's too far away. And
Oh, we're getting a Best Buy.
I heard you say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Since I moved from California, I haven't had a Best Buy in proximity to me.
I'll be
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not a fan.
Dude, I am. We have no other. Where else you get your electronics in person?
Well, I don't want to get them in person.
Well, see, I do.
I don't.
I do.
I do my research
enjoy
and
it.
I find it
also
elsewhere.
Black Friday. That's where I get all my DVDs
Mm,
and Blu-rays.
fair enough.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom.
You're like echoey.
Echo.
You both are.
No, it's your bass
Oh.
from your speaker. There we go. See,
Now say something.
There it is.
now no
there it
more
is,
echo. There it is.
bass.
Okay, guys. Hey.
Ouch, my ears.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Free haircut with purchase of 4 tires. There you go. That'd be oil change and a shave. Oh, nailed it. Morbid King gets his electronics from Newegg.
There we go.
Dude,
Okay.
but Best Buy, I just like,
Okay, there we
I
go.
just enjoy knowing that if I need to, I can go straight to Best Buy
Okay.
for anything I want. And we're also getting a Costco, supposedly. I've yet to see the evidence
Where?
of that. We're right across the street from Best Buy.
Okay.
Right,
That would be cool.
right behind Cabela's.
If there's a Costco coming in, I'm cool with
Right
that.
behind Cabela's.
They also raised our taxes. Very upset.
Yeah, freaking. Okay, we live in Farmington. I'm just gonna say it. Freaking Farmington.
Yeah, they're
Government,
stupid.
man.
They're pretty stupid.
You know what I did after I found out that they raised taxes?
Yeah.
Listened to about 3 or 4 songs of the Muse.
Oh yeah, the Muse. Fight
When
the
you're
man.
when you're in a government hating mood,
Fight the man.
I listen to the Muse.
Rage
It's
Against-
actually just Muse.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Muse.
I
Muse.
listen to Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, that's another one.
That's another
Fight the
government
man.
hate. Yeah.
That's literally a Rage Against the Machine.
I listen to Tupac.
Yeah, nice.
See?
California.
The man fights the man.
All right.
Everyone's secretly against the man. We just don't know it.
Now I got to go watch School of Rock. Okay, you ready? You guys ready?
Let's do this, baby.
Okay. I'm going to meet you, everybody. We'll see you on the other side of the credits.
long week and it's really hot outside.
Oh, it's so hot.
Dude, it's so hot. I went and
Yeah.
I planted a tree this week in my backyard because we have a backyard
It's a
with
life tree.
It's a life tree.
It is a life tree.
Camera.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Life.
We should
Life.
be on. There we are.
No, because it's so hot back there. I need a tree for shade. I don't have grass yet because we have like a new house, So I
Yeah.
don't have grass yet, so I put in
I'm
a tree.
actually really excited. We're moving the motorcycle over to your house. I'm going to tear up your lawn.
Yeah,
And
just
you don't
right
got
in
gra-
my
you got
backyard.
grass, yeah.
We can make like a motocross, like some
Dude,
jumps,
that's
like
what
a
I was
mini
saying.
motocross.
That's what I was saying to your wife. She wasn't down with it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
We could send her away for a weekend and just do it.
Yeah.
Sure,
Make a little-
Kind of like your brother.
how
You're-
your yard's gonna be.
Dude, it'd be just like little
It's
jumps.
gonna be awesome.
And you like gotta put your foot down to make the
Yeah,
turn,
whoa.
It'd be so cool. So cool. Welcome
Around your playhouse? Like,
Welcome everybody to the podcast of the XoneBros. This is podcast number 219. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, he's got a sexy shirt. He just got a haircut and a shave. It's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Haywood.
Yeah, I'm all clean cut
did they
today.
shave you?
Dude, you're looking really good.
They didn't shave me, but they put like a.
They
a
strip you
hot-
down and shave you?
Have you guys seen Super Troopers?
No.
Oh,
Is that what
They
he's
strip him
referencing?
down. They strip him down and they brush him with a big brush.
No, it wasn't.
hilarious.
It wasn't like that.
Oh,
No,
it wasn't
no,
that
no.
kind of place?
No, it was not. It was not like that.
Was it-
Unfortunate.
What was the name of the person that gave you the haircut?
Chelsea, she was
Oh,
actually
Chelsea.
deaf.
Oh, really?
Really? Yeah. So
That's nice. You don't have to talk to her.
no, it was no. Like I didn't.
Could she read lips?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
she
okay,
could.
that's cool.
I was confused at
Like
first.
she legitimately was deaf?
She was. Let's just say she had a really really hard time hearing.
Oh, okay.
And she had like she talked, like she was deaf,
Deaf,
Yeah, okay.
And I did not realize what was happening when I went up, and I have a hard time hearing too.
Yeah.
And it was just a wonderful experience. I'll be honest. I tipped her a lot because it was kind of an interesting experience.
Really?
And she did a really good job. So
Yeah, she did a really good job. I'm impressed.
I did not know.
You
I
want-
thought she was just like on the Seinfeld episode where she's a quiet talker.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like that. And then I sat down, and she has this little sticker on her mirror that says, "I'm really hard of hearing." It was gave an explanation. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Very cool.
Yeah. So she asked me things, and I just nodded. So I did not know what I was getting. It was kind of I thought it was going to be great, and it was.
Did you have
actually.
pictures of famous people and you just pointed to one?
No,
and
no.
you just-
I couldn't hear her, and she
what is
couldn't
that
hear
haircut?
me.
Is that the Tom Cruise? That looks like the Tom Cruise.
Looks
No,
like the cruise.
I just kept
the
going,
Cruise.
like making the shorter motion
Oh, okay.
because I like it short.
It's probably
So-
like a prank. She can hear perfectly fine.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
just
sure.
like-
I'm sure.
I would do that because sometimes I really don't want to talk to people.
At the same time, which made this even more interesting, the lady next to me was getting her hair dyed or something,
Oh, okay.
and her kid was running around, and he slammed me in the nutcheroos like 15 times, and he
Lady
was
didn't do
jumping
anything?
on my lap. She couldn't see him.
Oh,
and I'm like,
'cause her hair.
Yeah, and so I have a.
Well, why would
I have
you-
a wonderful deaf lady doing my haircut, and he's jumping around, and he actually literally poked me in the eye, straight up, shoved his finger into my eye.
Who is this kid?
I don't know. I thought
Obviously,
old was he?
Kratos is not his father.
I actually thought it was the deaf girl's child, so I was kind of just rolling with it, because I was
like,
giving
oh,
her the
wow.
benefit of the doubt. But
Children.
then halfway through, she told me, "I'm so sorry, I don't know who this kid is."
Then things just got weird.
Yeah,
That's
that
hilarious.
And
that
he-
kid needs a little Kratos punishment.
I know, and I did not know what to do. Luckily, another couple people came in. I'm like, "Oh, did you see those new people that walked in?" And that kid ran over there, but it was a
Well,
weird experience.
Like, didn't his mother know that he was away from her?
well, I was right next to her.
I don't.
Not
oh,
only that,
okay, okay.
so do you know what made me feel real uncomfortable? So not only is he like smacking me in the Julie jewels, right?
Yeah.
And that's uncomfortable anyways. You know the little dress thing they put around your neck?
Yeah.
He kept lifting it up, and I felt really, even though I still had clothes on, he kept lifting it up
Like a
and putting
violation?
putting his head underneath.
You should have kicked him.
And
Like I would have kicked him.
what I was trying to do is I was trying to say like, please don't poke my eye, and looking at the lady next to me to see if she could hear, that.
Hey, whose kid is this?
Yeah.
Whose kid is this?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's why.
So she's the deaf, haircutters lady is trying to trim the back of my neck, right? And he kept trying to spin my chair.
And what's the deaf lady doing?
She's like trying to she didn't know what to do. It was a weird experience. However, it was a good haircut.
D Mills in chat says you just should have slapped him.
Yeah, I'm with D Mills. You need a little Kratos punishment.
Little
I know,
Kratos.
Yeah.
but first you got to find out, who the kid is. You can't just go around smacking. Have
Hey.
you seen John Wick? I'm
If-
just saying, you
Dude,
can't go run
if
around.
that kid
and
did that to John Wick, that kid wouldn't be
game
around.
over.
Yeah,
Game
the
over.
problem
that
is
kid's family wouldn't be around.
they didn't know who they were messing with. If I were to just smack this kid and it was, I don't know, John Wick's son.
If my kid ever
Oh,
did
I
that and
see.
someone smacked him, I'd be okay with it.
Be like, hey, smack him again.
Yeah, do it again. Yeah,
Anyways,
they need a firm hand.
yeah. But I did that because I was getting my tire changed, and I just went on a walk and found a haircut.
You got your
place.
tires changed and your tires changed,
And-
so to speak.
Yeah. Yes.
Very nice.
And touched a lot.
No, what I wanted to say was, I know we're still in my intro.
Yeah.
They put this warm towel on my face and then wiped me down.
The kid
Oh,
or
I
the
like that.
the people?
The people.
Okay.
And and it was like a slow, sensual wipe. It was actually amazing.
It was a wipe.
No, like I did not know what to like. It was a roller coaster of an emotion haircut.
It was like a slow, sensual wipe.
It really was. Like she started out, on my forehead, and it was nice and slow. But then she went to the neck, and things got
I think they
real.
do that to get more tips.
She did it right at the end.
Yeah.
It was actually quite amazing. I'll be honest.
Oh, speaking of haircuts, before we get to Jordan, speaking of haircuts, you want to know what I want to do? I want to announce everyone listening on the podcast that lives in the state of Utah and the greater Salt Lake City area. I would like to announce the next time I go get a haircut, like the day before or in advance, and say, hey, I'm going to Barber Blake's. I'm getting a haircut. If you're a gamer, come join us. And while I'm sitting having a haircut, we can all just talk games.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be?
Yeah, no kids.
Yeah, no kids allowed. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I had a barber place, it'd be 21 or over.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's gonna be a good barber
That's
place.
a good, yeah, like the movies, how like at certain times it's like 18 or older only or 21 or
Yeah,
older for the
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think they call those rated R movies.
no, they have that all day. It's called rated R. Clark Griswold says Spicy got a face bidet.
Yeah. It was actually. I wanted to tell her to do it. She missed.
Do
a
it
spot.
again.
Yeah, you missed a spot. Go for it. You're all clear.
It's like have you ever been to Sports Clips?
I haven't, but I've heard about it, and I'm super interested.
Yeah, the first time you go to Sports Clips, they give you,
You
a
should be.
complimentary massage, like with a machine. It's great.
Yeah.
But then you think
They do
every
the hot
time-
towel, too.
But then I went back 2 times later thinking that was just the thing every time, and I was like, I'm there. And then I never did it again because you have to pay like a lot of money to get it every time.
It's kind of like hair. Never mind.
So
There's so many jokes I can put in right there.
second, he has a 10. His hair, yes, it does look blonder, and he's wearing his Xbox Ambassadors E3 shirt. It's Jordan the Man, Jordan Pascal.
Oh,
Jordan, what big game did you play this week? Any big games?
I actually played like one game.
Oh, what?
Well, I played a couple.
What?
But one in particular.
Which one?
Final Fantasy
Oh,
15.
oh, okay. What did
Yeah.
you do?
I played it.
No, but like, what are you on DLC? Are you
Oh yeah,
preparing
so
for something?
I went through because they've done they've added new cutscenes and all different sorts of things. And for some reason, I just got really into Final Fantasy. So I played. I went back and I beat the episode episode Gladio, episode Prompto, and then I'm gonna hopefully finish that up and do episode Ignis, Mark's favorite character, this weekend. And then of course beat the game on New Game Plus and see all the new cutscenes and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just a fun game. I don't know why you guys stopped playing it.
Just time, but that's a game that I look at and I want to jump back into.
Yeah, I went and got like every DLC imaginable
Hey,
for it.
you
so
know
we
what
have everything.
you know what I did this week, guys? In fact, Big Spicy might appreciate this.
Yeah.
But since you can group now your pins, I deleted my whole pin thing, deleted, permanently gone, and I created 3 groups. And I've made a rule.
Wait,
for
you can do
myself.
3 different pins groups?
Yep.
You can make
Do
it.
as
You
many
can
as you
do
want.
whatever group you want.
So
you can
here-
have the haircut group.
Yeah. So
The haircut
I
group?
don't know what games those would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Dude,
you can
what
have
if
it.
they came out
Yeah.
with a haircut simulator, kind of
They
like
have Business Simulator.
Yeah, and like
They
Job
have
Simulator.
They have Mechanic Simulator.
Yeah, Heart Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah.
They had
Do
a
a-
pee simulator.
A Barber
They did.
Simulator.
They
They
had a
did.
peeing simulator.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Only because it was on the Wii U or the Wii.
The Wii. Yeah.
The end game was too hard for me.
It was too hard. My strap broke. And that you had to get for the controller.
Oh man, if you didn't know what game we were playing, that would sound.
Yeah, just go look it up. Just type in, if you don't know what we're talking about, the Wii P game. It's like came out in Japan only. You had to like
It's great.
hit
You
hit
really,
the
I really
toilet.
got to move to Japan.
It's like motion sensor.
yeah.
Good times. So So I did my groups, and I made a rule for myself. Here's my rule: I can only in each group only one line. That's it. That's my max. Can't have two. Only one. So here's my groups. I got Group 1, the regulars.
The regulars.
Called the regulars. These are the games that I go back to. So in Group 1 is like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, your
Minecraft.
replayability games.
I've got Destiny 2 in there.
Oh,
I've got
Destiny
I've got a
2,
bunch of
yeah.
stuff. Then I have Group 2, campaign.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
are campaigns that I'd like to finish.
Is
Single
Final
player
Fantasy
ones.
in that game?
No, Divinity Original Sin is.
The
though.
first one or the second one? Just
first
wait for
one.
the second one.
Oh, no, number 2. Number 2 is.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2. It's right there, number 1 spot.
I just opened my
Hellblade
soda.
is there because I've not yet finished that. Anyways, I got to roll. Single
Wolfenstein
players.
2?
Wolfenstein
The
2
new
is
Colossus?
there. Yes.
You haven't finished Wolfenstein 2?
No.
Neither
no.
have I.
No, I haven't.
I actually haven't started it yet.
I'm like,
Have you finished 1 yet?
I'm still on it. I'm like 80%
Because I
done.
want to know what you think of the ending.
Yeah.
I loved it personally.
Yeah, I'm
really liked
I'm
it.
about 80% done.
Mm.
I keep getting distracted. I'm an ADD gamer.
And me too. Me too. Anyways, I think my grouping will help. And then my last one is Forzalicious. It's all my Forza games.
that's a lot of Forza
Yeah,
games.
you've heard of Fergalicious. This is Forzalicious.
Forzalicious. Where are we at on your thing? Below those?
Below those. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, below those.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
What's it going to take for me to be above those? What do I got to do in my life to make it so I'm higher than that?
You got to be Forzalicious.
You got to be
Do I-
Forzalicious.
I have to be
Yeah,
Forzalicious?
you have
Be
to be.
Forzalicious.
You have to somehow figure out how to
I was
become
Forzalicious
How
on
to become
Sunday.
more Forzalicious than Forzalicious.
I was really Forzalicious. No, I was
How do you
Crew-icious.
become?
I was the Crew-icious.
Is the crew in that?
The crew
Forzalicious?
is in my regular. the
Oh,
regulars.
yes, because it's leaderboards.
No, Forzalicious is only Forza games. Because you get bonuses. So I'm going to go back and do the community. Camshafts and R56 Cooper has convinced me to go back and do Forza Horizon 2 because you get like all kinds of, like with the Forza Hub, you log in, you get credits every day when you log in type of deal. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
go back to a Forza Horizon 2.
That's cool.
That's why Forza
I really
Horizon
think
is
you
there.
guys should play Final Fantasy 15. I love that
I
game.
think you suck.
I actually have played it, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I got like 2 hours or 3 hours.
I think
in.
you both got like you guys didn't even really leave the tutorial.
No,
area.
it's true. I didn't
No,
leave the tutorial
I
zone.
did. I even played like the first boss.
That's
That's the
the
tutorial
end of the
boss.
tutorial level. Yeah.
So and then I
what was
went
the first
on.
boss? What was the name? I remember.
Dude, this was like 2.5 years ago.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember.
Dude, you know what's awesome? Can I just say one thing
Yeah.
that I love about the game? So I started New Game Plus and I went like one quest in, and then I started playing other stuff because I beat the game.
No, I did a couple bosses,
Okay.
and then I made. What's awesome is
Did you
when
ever
he-
leave the desert area?
Yes.
Oh, good for
and
you.
then he made a phone call. That's what made me laugh when he brings out his phone.
Oh,
Big old 80s phone.
yeah. You're literally. Wait, did he make a phone call on a cliff looking at a city?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just barely not out of the tutorial.
So let me explain.
Okay.
Let me like.
Okay,
can
sorry,
I
sorry,
explain?
sorry. Yeah.
No.
That wasn't the end of my playing experience.
Oh, I thought that was.
No, I just like when he pulls out his like you go through all that, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Super fantasy stuff, and then he just pulls out his cell phone. It's like, oh,
It's fantasy based in reality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's the tagline.
yeah.
Speaking of groups, the Beast 420 in chat says his groups are divided between current group, persistent online group, and backlog group. That's not bad. But I'm loving the groups. Needless to say, I'm loving the groups.
Yeah, it's cool.
And last but not least, I'm X1. We're the X1 Bros. Welcome everybody to the show. So happy to be here. It's been a long week. It's been.
Can you fix your camera though? I know you just turned off the camera.
Yeah, what happened? What'd
What'd you
It
do?
spins. It spins left and right.
What did you do?
You don't have to shake
in
the
that
whole
movie.
thing.
have to check the whole thing? Okay, my bad. What?
Oh,
Name
well,
that movie.
he goes, "What'd you do?" He says it like that.
Oh, there we go.
He goes, "What did you do?"
No, I thought he said, "What'd you do?"
What movie are you talking about?
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, yeah, because he broke the door and
Yeah.
then David Spade opens it and he goes,
Yeah.
"What did you do?"
Well, see, I thought he said, "What'd you do?"
I don't know.
I'm gonna
He
look it
might.
up right now.
It's funny though. It's a funny movie.
No, there's a discrepancy here.
So
One-
we had.
I love that part, by the
We have
way.
a new channel in Discord.
You're probably right, Jordan. You know what I realized? Jordan's usually right.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I don't know about that. I just,
and yet
I
we never
think
believe him.
We never believe him.
We have a new channel in Discord called the Community Challenge. This week's Community Challenge was the Strip South in Las Vegas.
Why'd you laugh
I
at
don't know.
laughing
that?
at
Because of my haircut experience?
The Strip South in Las Vegas. It was a time trial this week for the Community Challenge, and my fear, Mr. McSpicy, did you did you make
No.
any progress?
No.
Okay, because I thought you were going to come in and be like,
I
did
wa-
one 'cause
Post.
I didn't get to do one today at all.
no, I wanted to, but it was actually a really tough week to get into it.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me. Yeah, so
So
that was my plan too. But guess what? The power goes out.
the record. The power did go out.
Power
That's
goes
true.
out. Everyone out there who doesn't know this, if you have no electricity to your house,
You can't play games.
You cannot go on and beat David's record.
Switch. You could play a Switch.
It was me. I beat your records.
Did you really?
No.
I cut the power. I went out and cut the main line and then beat your records.
That's pretty hard.
Basically, all week it was me and McSpicy going back and forth and just milliseconding each other up.
It's so cool.
Until we got to one. We're both in the top 100.
146.
Yeah.
We're in the top 100
In the world.
of
I am
time on the Xbox One.
Which is a feat in itself.
One-
When I got I went in, I hit it first and I got 86 in the world at 141.4444, and I thought we were done, but David came through and slam dunked it twice.
Twice. I did a 141 like 0.3,
3,
and then my final one's 0.84.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Oh, I
What's
was so
the number
impressed.
one guy? Because
35.
you guys have. Oh wow, he's 5 seconds
Yeah,
ahead of you.
6 technically, but
Wow.
And PC has an advantage where they have a lot of toys that they can help
play with. And
Oh, so
play
you're
with.
saying they're cheaters?
No, they just have more accessories than us.
But you want to know that? Anyways, the community challenge,
That makes
ton of
it
fun.
so they can be more precise.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not saying they're not good.
No,
they're actually
yeah,
really good.
Yeah. Community challenge, ton of fun. We're going to be doing more of these. We'll announce one the next time we have one to come up with. We didn't come up one with this week, but we'll have one next week for sure for the community challenge. We'll give it a week off. But come join us if you haven't yet. Discord, x1bros.com/Discord, or hit the little Discord button over on x1bros.com. I think it's in the show notes too. So if you're like watching on iTunes or stuff, there's a link in the show notes.
Bam, just click it.
But yeah, click it. Come join us. Over 1,000 people, gamers. There, we don't accept trolls. So if you're a troll, this is probably
Don't
not the
click it.
community for you. Don't click
Yeah,
it.
don't click it.
Yeah.
Go to a different troll site.
You
Go to
could
different-
leave.
You could leave.
We'll actually make a specific link just for trolls.
Just for trolls.
Yeah.
We'll troll the trolls.
That's a good
We'll troll your
idea. How can we do that? I got to think. Okay.
We can
Just
Rickroll
put like
them.
if you're a
Rickroll them.
douche.
Rickroll them.
If you are a douche, please click here. I mean,
Oh, I got a couple ideas where we can.
And then
do it.
Rickroll.
yeah, but see, Rickroll's not. I don't think it's harsh enough.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know. I'll have to think about that. That's a really good concept.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways.
that's like when the cheaters who was it? Was it H1Z1?
Titanfall.
It was Titanfall. They put all the cheaters into one server.
That's so awesome.
That's so great. That's such a smart thing.
So anyways, come join us. Check out next week's community challenge when it's here. Also, we did have a community event planned for tomorrow. However, something has come up for us, so we're not able to make it. We will be rescheduling it. It probably will not be until August because July, the next 2 weeks, are super busy for us with different plans and stuff like that. So probably in August, we'll plan it out and announce it, and then they'll be back on a regular schedule with those this summer. Since E3, basically, it's been insane. Super busy.
Yeah.
Insane.
So anyways, look forward to that. I feel like I had one more thing. I don't know if I had one more thing.
Do you have your notes?
Oh, yeah, I have them right in front of me. Yes.
So do you check things off after you say them?
I want to talk about Warhammer. Vermintide.
Vermintide.
Came
Okay.
out this week. I had a chance to jump into it, and I jumped into it in a big way. So this game came out. It launched. So it's been on the PC. It launched on Game Pass,
Game Pass.
whatever.
Yeah,
Tomato,
stupid.
tomato.
See,
Tomato,
Jordan's
tomato.
always right, but he
Oh.
makes you get annoyed. Yeah, I'm with you, David.
Yeah. Hey. Anyways, it came out on Game Pass, and so
Game
that's
Pass.
why Game Pass. And so that's why I checked it out. And what a pleasant... I have not had this much just pure fun in a game since... Remember when Left 4 Dead first came out on the Xbox? And it was
Everybody
like this,
played it?
It was this new experience, and it was just so much fun to play with your friends. That's what this is.
Just.
But in the Warhammer universe, and it's not Left 4 Dead, don't get me wrong. A lot of people compare... I just think co-op fun factor is Left 4 Dead-ish. It is 3D Diablo, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get a lot of loot.
3D
and stuff.
Diablo, it's loot, there's dailies. It's so well done, and it's so satisfying. The graphics are really good. The challenges are really good. The progression system is excellent. You get chests and loot that drops and then gives you different cosmetics and different
Awesome.
weapons that you then level up. And it puts you in randomly with other people. And so far, my experience with randos is pretty good.
Randos.
Randos, I call them randos.
That
That's
means
awesome.
random people
Yeah, no, I know that's
on
awesome.
the internet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
that are playing video games.
I would like to stop you right here
Yes.
and ask for a commitment that we play this tonight. I've already been convinced.
Oh.
Yes. I would like to play
I'm
it
down.
tonight.
I'm down.
Like,
I mean,
after
I'm
the
wired
show.
right now. I just took a pre-workout drink,
Yeah.
so I'll be in bed at like 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
All the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's three of us.
Yeah, that's 3.
Well, let me
we
tell you.
just
So you
buy it,
guys
yeah.
didn't get a chance to jump in. You watched it a little bit. Oh, you played it a little bit, didn't you, Spicy?
Yeah, I had a bad experience.
Oh, yeah.
With
you got-
randos.
You got crashed. You crashed.
No. I think something might be wrong with my Xbox. I'm trying to figure things out in my life.
I know.
Because let me tell you,
Okay,
there's a reason I didn't go back into the crew. Do you know what that reason was?
Randos?
No, it's not randos.
I love that term.
Randos.
So remember the last week, for those that are listening again, I played this race that was like 45 minutes long, and I crashed right at the end, and then all the people passed me, and I didn't do the 45-minute race or hour-long race. I don't even know what it is.
That's a race, man.
Yeah, I did it again on Monday, trying like in between. Me and David were going back and forth in the time trials we were
Just
doing.
trying to cut loose.
Yeah, just to relax. And the game crashes when I'm at 85% finished.
I'd be
I was
so mad.
I was like 38 minutes in, something like that. 40 minutes in.
Is it your ex that's doing it?
And my ex.
the
one
Xbox.
I'm married. What do you mean?
Your
yeah.
one ex. Your ex.
Yeah, the ex. My ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she's coming back. She's pulling
Pulling the cord.
the cord. No, I don't know. It just shut off.
So I know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it your
The Xbox shut off.
Oh, the Xbox
It's
turned
overheating.
off.
It's overheating. It's your
Put
fan,
it in the oven.
It's your fan or your power cord. Zulabus, talk to him. He's having this exact same issue.
Okay.
I'm not clear yet. Is it on the world's most powerful console?
It's on the
or is it on your other one?
We need the world's most powerful fan.
Yeah, you're overheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
You should try that oven trick again and see if it still works.
That was for a completely different.
that was for the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death.
It was an overheating issue though.
No, it
Because-
was. Oh yeah, it
well,
was. It was a
because-
sync issue with the graphics.
Because
yeah.
the whatever on it like could only register one error. So if you put it in the oven,
That's
gave it
what
another
yeah,
error.
I know. I used to do that
Yeah.
trick. No, so once that happened, I got really upset. Like it was like Danger Town. I grabbed my squishy controller that Beast 420 gave me. You know, the stretch
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah.
And then I turned on Netflix. I could not play video games.
What'd you watch?
I think Star Trek: The Next Generation to calm me down.
Nice calm show
Yeah,
there.
Picard,
Going through space.
Riker,
Dude,
sleeping
you're
with every
overheating.
lady.
So one of two things. I would just take. Is your Xbox in there? I would just take your Xbox and put it in a ventilated area and see if that fixes it.
Yeah.
But then number two, it might be
Oh.
make sure your fan is spinning because I know Zulabus, he could hear his fan grinding,
Oh.
so he had to get a new one.
Yeah, because yours is enclosed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in, and it's been super hot outside.
Well, it's
so-
I open it up. I open the door up, so it's
Give
not
it a
really
little air,
enclosed. Yeah.
Well, hey, if it does, I would get on it quick because
They'll replace
you're
it
still
for
under
you.
the 1 year warranty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it hasn't been a year yet. Well, has it actually now? When
I
did?
don't know.
No, the it came out holiday, right?
Yeah.
The one
Yeah,
X. Yes,
so
you're still under your
under the
warranty.
year.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to my story. Why I had a bad experience with Vermintide. I was playing the prologue of Vermintide. Awesome game,
Dude, so
and he's
fun.
like, ho ho ho! I'm gonna restrive this guy, and I'm smashing all these dudes, learning the potions, almost finishing the dumb level. Then it shuts off again, and then I had to watch Hulu because I was so mad.
Oh, that sucks.
When a game shuts off and it doesn't save, you're kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
So I haven't turned my box on since.
Warhammer Vermintide, though, I would have never checked out this game if it was
It's
on,
so awesome.
if it wasn't on Games Pass. So remember this. I have this theory. This is not based on fact. This is pure opinion. So everybody, calm down if you're going to get angry at this. But I think
Here they come.
I think Games Pass sells games. If I'm a developer today and I have an obscure niche game, like Warhammer basically is an obscure niche game that I would have never paid to play, but because it's on Game Pass, I'm playing it. I'm streaming it. It's trending. I bet you it sells. State of Decay 2 was #1 selling game over God of War in the month
And
of
that was
May.
actually not even
And
counting
that's not
Game
including Games Pass. But since it's on Game Pass, I think it gets more exposure, and then people without Games Pass buy it. I think that's what this has done for Warhammer Vermintide. Our entire community is playing right now. It's so good. It's just a quality. If you're a developer, you've got a decent game that's maybe a little bit niche, and you want to get exposure, go on Games Pass. I think it actually. I know it's counterintuitive because you're giving your game away for free. Basically, you're on a
exposure, though.
subscription,
Yeah.
so I'm sure you get like a percentage.
Well, I'm
being
sure
on-
Microsoft takes care of you.
No, I'm sure you get a
Well,
percentage.
maybe they don't. I don't know.
No, they do. I'm sure they do. That's
Yeah,
how
it
Netflix.
has
Well,
to.
maybe
It's-
it's that golf
yeah.
thing. Like, hey, we put it on there, give you no money. If we par this.
But
We'll buy you if you put it on there.
Yeah.
But I think Games Pass is great for games like Warhammer. Warhammer is a fantastic game that I otherwise would not have tried, and I'm glad I did. I highly recommend it. Everything, the fighting mechanics
Yeah.
are really good. To the just the dialogue between people. What happens is the characters, when you're doing stuff, they'll scream stuff out. and it's totally in sync with what you're doing, and it's hilarious. It's voice
That's
acted.
cool.
Each of the characters, you got to level up each of your characters because, like, if you're searching for something, sometimes groups won't need one character, so you use another character. I'm using right now the mercenary. So mercenary, I tried with a shield and mace, and shield and mace you crowd control, so you can hold up your shield and you have like a bunch of defense, and so
You can absorb it.
You can absorb it, and you can push people back, and then your players
That's
can
cool.
hit. I didn't like that as much. It is cool. It's just a different strategy. I use the pike or the battle axe. It's like long spike or long, spear with an axe.
Yeah.
We know what a pike
Is that a pike?
Yeah.
That's a pike, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play video games
Okay,
too.
yes.
You're
Hey,
talking to the right crowd.
Dude, I have like 3 questions for you. that I
Okay,
gotta
hold on.
know.
So with the pike, I can crowd control kind of, but it's like DPS crowd control. So I can hit you from here, and I can hit like 5 guys at once. If I get crits, so I unlocked my first ability in my tree, and it gives you like 4 choices, and it's the type of player that you want to create. So there's like, anyway, so the choice that I picked was like up my percentage of crit hits.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple times where I run into battle and I chop off like 6 guys' heads in one thing. Boom, down.
I love the
and it's because
gruesomeness,
my crit percentage is up on it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Every time I played with people in the community, such a blast. This game, I'm just having pure fun. It's not perfect. I mean, it's not like a perfect game polished wise, or even like Diablo, I think is that next level. But this is just it has that Left 4 Dead fun factor, and the co-op is there. 3 questions. Go,
Yeah,
Jordan.
question 1.
Yes.
Does it have like a continuing? Because there's obviously the first game, right? That did pretty well.
Yeah.
In the second game, does it have like a continuing story, like from level to level, or is it more like Left 4 Dead, where it's more like this level is this scenario, this level is this scenario, this level is, you know what I mean? Where it's not like a continuing.
It's a continuing story, but
Okay.
I'm not really paying attention
Yeah.
to it.
Second question, the loot.
Yeah.
Like, is it actually like physical gear, so it changes the appearance of your character? And
So
like,
they
it-
do have physical
Oh,
gear.
okay,
I
cool.
do think so.
Cool.
There's DLCs coming out for it. I think this is one thing where I would improve.
So like, let's say we both play the pike guy, and
Yeah.
I see your pike guy, and I'm like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
a pike.
Yeah, we
you know
can
what I
have
mean? Like, we
different-
can have different.
You
know-
call that a pike. Now
you
this.
can have
this
different,
is-
and then
this is
and then
a
your pike has different power levels and different things. So some of them have like I have one sword or one mace that has an illusion ability to it, and so you get.
So it's really RPG.
then you
know?
can salvage your items, and it breaks them down into parts, and then you can.
I like a good shit
upgrade
salvage.
items in crafting, and the whole. It is, and it's their progression system where they break it down. They have dailies. You got to do certain dailies, and their dailies are like play as Sienna twice, which she's the witch, the fire witch. Which McSpicy, you're gonna love her.
You'll like.
Is she hot?
Yeah.
No,
she's fiery.
She's
hot.
actually hideous, but her.
Oh, I'm in.
But her
I'm into that
her
kind of
game
stuff.
mechanics, like
I
you
dig that.
So apparently, Shine was telling me this is part of the Warhammer lore. She's a fire witch, and so she can throw out like fireballs, and when she does, it's an AOE, and it's like
Gandalf.
it's so
I'm
cool.
in. I'm in.
But then you get different staffs for her. So I have one right now that's like a sniper staff, and it's like a laser of flame.
Ooh, she's mine. Dibs.
So cool.
Hey, Jordan.
Dibs.
Dibs.
Jordan, I think you should be the dwarf.
Third question.
Wait, hold on. But
Okay.
let me tell you this. So she has she has a sword or a mace or whatever weapon you want, like physical weapon.
Yeah.
Then you can switch to her magic weapon, which is like a fire staff.
Yeah.
When you're on her magic weapon, as you're flaming people, there's a bar.
I love flaming people.
Because part of the
doesn't?
Warhammer lore, and this is really cool, and there's a bunch of books. I'm going to start reading them. Is as she's firing people, throwing out flames and stuff, she actually is burning herself. So she's catching on fire, like with rage or whatever, and it shows. And so you've got to bounce, and so you switch back to your weapon, and then you come back. And dude, she has this teleport ability where like she teleports anywhere, and when she teleports, it leaves a trail of flame
Oh.
behind her.
Can you do
Oh,
friendly
so
fire?
cool. No friendly fire. That's what makes this game awesome. Because there's even incendiary grenades. Throw them down. At first, I was like, I gotta get out of the way. They just threw down an incendiary grenade. No, if your team throws down an incendiary grenade, it doesn't catch you on fire. Just all the foes. It's fantastic.
I have a question.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask before Jordan.
Okay.
I'm just going to button line.
Okay.
Because it's on the subject. In the tutorial, I shot a barrel that blew up and then almost killed my teammates.
I think that's environmental damage.
Okay, but it's friendly fire.
I think it falls under the category of environmental friendly
Okay.
fire.
So just don't shoot the gas barrels?
When your friends are in your
when
fire.
your friends are in the way. I
Or
think
the oil
I think
barrel,
that's
sorry.
correct. I think that's correct. But like as far as like your abilities and stuff, no friendly fire.
Okay.
So
My last question, and this is
because
what's
it would be
really
impossible.
important to me.
It'd be impossible with friendly fire.
This is where Left 4 Dead I wasn't the biggest fan of, even though I really like Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
How many characters are there, and can you play the same character in the same match, or they all have to be different?
How many? Oh, so
So how many characters are there?
there are. Let's see. There's the mercenary, the dwarf, the witch hunter, the fire
witch.
mage.
Or mage.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5 and 4 are in.
Okay, so there's
an
a
extra one.
Because in these types of games,
But I don't know
and
what
this
the
is what
fifth
I wish.
one is. Someone help me in chat.
And this is what I
missed. Yeah, there is 5. I don't know
Yeah,
which class.
this is what I
missed
like
here.
about these types of games, having those different characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then being able to progress them all, and then obviously I'm assuming you can't have the same. You can't double characters. You have to have 4 separate.
You have to have 4
characters.
separate
Yeah, which I
characters,
like
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So
And it actually changes up the way you play. So this morning when I was streaming, I wanted to level up because one of today's challenges is play as Sienna. Sienna's the fire witch. So it's like, yeah, dude, because when a fire witch is on your team, you are badass. Like,
Yeah.
we kill when fire witches are on our team. Oh, there's an elf,
Dips.
a woodland elf. That's the
Oh.
fifth character.
why would I be the dwarf? I like dwarfs. I like the way they talk to people.
Dude, the dwarf is a tank. Okay, the dwarf is tanky and has a crossbow, so you can be ranged.
Is he
tank.
short?
He's
Does
short.
he have an
Yeah.
odd job point
Yeah,
of view?
Yeah, he's
Is he
short.
short?
He's short, yeah, because when you're in, so there's levels with
course
like
he's short.
there's
In
there's
this
there's levels with
multiverse,
like
The
fields
only-
of wheat.
the
that you're
only
fighting
dwarfs-
in. He can't see over the wheat.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like going through the
yeah,
wheat.
he's through the wheat.
The only dwarfs that are tall are in Thanos and that universe, Infinity War.
Yeah, well,
that's the biggest dwarf I've ever seen in that movie.
So-
Yeah, and he was still like short.
He was a
Like, I
short, big dwarf.
I felt like he was big, but in his culture, he might have been short. You know, like not just because it was Peter Dinklage, but
yeah, David, you seem disappointed that we derailed this conversation. Continue. We give
Oh,
you our permission.
sorry.
The
yeah.
dwarf has this special ability. So the mercenary, I have an ability where like because I'm a badass, where I hit
Yeah.
left bumper and it sends out this kinetic wave, poof, and everyone around me falls to the ground.
Is it
and I
like
did chop
4
their head off.
abilities, then an ultimate type of thing, or
No, it's like your close up weapon, your ranged weapon, 3 consumables, which one of can be a grenade. Then there's different types of grenades, and then your ultimate.
so? Yes, is what you meant to say on that one.
That's what I got out of that
Okay,
too.
Thank you.
Yeah. 3 abilities and an ultimate.
So, like, abilities
no,
and an-
no, actually, you have your sword ability, you have your range ability, and then you have your utility,
ultimate.
and then your ultimate. So no,
Well, when you said abilities, I thought you meant like different, not weapons.
Well, I
but
mean,
like,
yeah,
different ways to
like-
fight.
So
I want to play it tonight.
super fun. I give this game a B plus.
I'm gonna text
In
my wife and give
in
her
my
permission.
personal B plus. So fun, so much fun. You can jump into any level and play with each other, and it's just
That's awesome.
I'm
hey,
having a
what's
blast.
the gigage on this game?
The gigage? I am actually not sure of the gigage.
Okay, I'll look it up.
If anyone can look up the gigage.
I don't think it was very much. I think I downloaded it really quick.
So,
Good.
we put up a community review to get a look at what the community thought of the game. 53% of the community gave it an A.
Oh,
40% gave it a B, and 5% gave it a C. Nothing below a C,
Wow.
which is a total of a B plus. Exactly. A B plus. Common likes of the game. Common positive comments of the game from the community. This is from the community, and I only include like repeatable actions. Or repeatable statements, not actions. I don't know what I'm saying because these guys are distracting me. What are you guys
Sorry.
doing? What are you looking at?
well, I was looking up the gigage,
And he found a free.
and there's a game like I opened up the Microsoft store and it said Rollerblocks download for free.
Roblox. It's
And
a
Mark,
free game.
Yeah, and Mark was like, "Why not?"
Just get it.
Yeah,
I've
so-
played it before. It's like a poor man's Minecraft. It's exactly what it's like.
That's
like
why
mini
it's
games
free.
in there that you can. Anyways, okay. So, what did the community like about Vermintide 2? Quote: I love the action and also really enjoy the voice acting dialogue. Dude, it's hilarious. I've been like laughing out loud.
Well, because they're
This
funny.
game. They're so funny. The witch hunter is hilarious. He's like the snobby. Oh, it's so funny.
Is there like a Playboy? Is it the dwarf? Please tell me it's a dwarf.
No, I actually
Dwarfs are hilarious,
No,
man.
you will appreciate the dwarf's humor. You save him in the tutorial,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's hilarious. He's very funny.
Yeah, I just like following the dwarf into battle.
Because he's like this little.
He's like this little guy running around. It's so funny. The old school co-op. Been waiting for a game like this since Left 4 Dead. Like how they implement the chests and loot aspects as well. And last but not least, positive about Vermintide 2 brings me back to my Left 4 Dead days. I have about 10 hours or so into it, and the progression system is super addictive. It's got that Diablo feel. progression system to it. So cool. What criticisms does the community have for Vermintide 2? The grind, it gets repetitive very quickly. It is a niche game, again, in the Diablo style. So if you're not a fan of those, you might not like this game. But I would still give it a try. It's on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, give it a try. Easy difficulty is too challenging. There's no such thing as too easy for a video game. Just have more difficulty settings. If you're in with the wrong group, yes, it can be challenging.
Is there only one difficulty setting, like replayability?
No.
How does
so
it?
you have to level up your character. Once you get over a certain power point, you can up to the next level, and it's just like Diablo. The higher levels you are, the better experience you get, the better loot you get, stuff like that.
Do you feel like because like if you think about like Left 4 Dead, I mean it was relatively short. There was maybe 4 or 5 campaigns, and then they came out with more.
No, this has acts, three acts, and then within each act are scenes. And so like Act 1 I think has 4 scenes. I want to say Act 2 has like 7.
So you have a good handful of levels.
And then what
before
you can
kinda-
do is you can just random them after you've done them all.
Yeah.
Rando.
And it's
Go
like
rando.
Diablo, where you want to play them again and again and
Yeah.
again at higher levels to get better.
And they're almost, I don't think it's like when a world is created each time, it's super unique to it. I don't think it does that. But each time you play a level, because I've played levels multiple times now, it changes what you have to do in each level. So I've never had to repeat what I've done in a level. Like bad guys, boss fights, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Going through certain doors, sometimes I go through these doors, and then the next time I play that level, I don't go through that door. I go through a different door. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it does change up the levels, so the variety is definitely there. Last but not least, on community criticisms of Vermintide 2, more customization with cosmetics. So that is one thing that I think this game, if they Fortnited it, they could make a lot of money.
I think if anybody Fortnite's anything, they can make a
Yeah,
lot of
and,
money.
and
Oh,
by
I
that I
cannot-
mean if you just stick with the dress, the garb, and you have a store where I could either purchase with funds, I would have purchased cool hats or whatever for my armor. It's random loot drops, and you get weapons more than cosmetics at the moment, at least for me. So overall, the community gave it a B+. That is Warhammer Vermintide 2. I would check it out.
I'm
It's on
excited.
Game Pass. I really think Game Pass is going to be successful because as long as games that are on it are successful. So State of Decay 2, I never thought about this until this game, but State of Decay 2 being #1 that month and being on Game Pass bodes well for Game Pass. If it can continue to do that, especially for these mid-tier or niche games that would get lost otherwise, games are going to want to be on Game Pass. You know what I mean? So I think it bodes well for us as consumers, as gamers. So much fun.
Can you do me a solid, man?
I'll do you a solid, yeah.
Can you go into the Xbox store on your computer
And see what...
and can you tell Warhammer 2 Vermintide to install on your home Xbox? So then when I get home, it'll be ready for me.
Oh,
because I haven't installed it yet.
why
Yeah,
can't
you gotta
can't you
do
just
that.
do that from your computer?
No, because
No,
my
'cause
home
it-
Xbox is
you're-
yours.
it's gotta be-
so
can
you
you do
have
that
to
right
do
now?
it.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Yeah, we can take over.
And with
talk about- okay.
oh, with that, before we get to the news,
Oh.
it's two people's in our community's
Oh, yeah.
birthdays. R56 Cooper, happy birthday, R56 Cooper. Just want to say happy birthday.
I'll just give him a clapping.
There we go. Clappy, 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 clappy.
Happy birthday.
Also, Graphic Killer.
Happy
It's his birthday as well. Happy birthday, guys.
You guys are cool.
Have a great, enjoy your birthday. Get lots of gaming in.
Oh, yeah.
And have fun. And with that, let's get this show on the road. Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is
Dude,
Xbox One this week.
There's some good stuff. So we're going to talk about the Fortnite stuff, but we're going to talk about it in a minute. First, we're going to talk about Inside Xbox.
Ooh, I watched it. Hey,
yeah,
I watched
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
So
watched the whole thing.
Yo, good for you.
The girl, what's funny is there was parts, the girl on there who I really like, I don't know her name on Inside Xbox, but you know who I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
the
girl.
community
There's a couple
is-
times where, and I don't know if I would have noticed that if I don't do a podcast where we have a camera of ourselves and we could see ourselves on screen during show. She was totally looking at herself and then like fixing her hair during an interview. Like, and she did it like 3 or 4 times,
That's
and
funny.
it just made me laugh because I was like, I do that. Hey, I do that sometimes. Anyways.
So big ones we already talked about: Warhammer Vermintide 2 coming or on Xbox Game Pass, along with Rocket League.
Oh.
Rocket League now on the Game Pass, which honestly I don't think there's actually anybody left that doesn't have Rocket League. I think everybody has
I think
it.
everybody's played that a lot.
So it's now on Game Pass if you didn't have it.
Well, that's good. That's really good. For those that haven't played
No,
it,
it's fun. It's a good time, yeah.
Very, very, fun game.
Dude, so fun.
The Sport White Special Edition Xbox One controller was talked about. Very cool looking controller. We got a closer look at No Man's Sky. You know, I know this game took a lot of stuff, but and David knows this, man. Ever since we didn't meet him, but ever since we felt like we met the developer, like, I just want that guy to do good.
Oh, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, like I want him to do good.
So,
like,
No
you
Man's-
know he's stressed. like,
So here is my only concern about No Man's Sky, because I am looking forward to trying it out.
I'm excited to try it out as
It's
well,
a completely different game.
Got all the
supposedly
expansions
than
with it.
what launched. It does have multiplayer in it. It does now. Does it have cross-platform multiplayer in it?
I doubt
Does
that.
anybody know?
I doubt that.
I doubt it as
But
well.
I'll look it up. But
Okay,
Well, it definitely doesn't have cross-platform with PlayStation.
Because Rocket League,
We know that.
because that's one of the things with Rocket League on Games Pass. It does have cross-platform.
Not with PlayStation.
play.
Does chat know?
Not with
Maybe we'll
PlayStation. No, it
ask
has
chat.
Switch, it has PC,
Yeah.
and it has Xbox. And they like made a big deal about like you can set up a party chat between these two and then party up at a game. And anyways, so Rocket League is there, or Rocket League has it. So I wonder if a No Man's Sky would have it. But here's my question. And here, as I was watching that on Inside Xbox, he comes up. What's his name?
I forget his name, but they telecommed, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do they still call it telecom?
I think it was pre-recorded. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Pre-recorded video of it.
Skyped, I guess.
But
is the new way
as
to
they
say
went
it.
through and showed kind of some of the stuff that and some of the new features that No Man's Sky has, number one, it does look cool, and number two, I love the artwork. But my concern is, it looked like Elite Dangerous to me, and this is
Isn't
the
that a good
first.
thing?
This is the first time that I thought that. Well, no,
why is
here's
that?
the
Why
thing.
is that bad?
Because
Explain
you're not gonna out Elite Dangerous. Like, I don't know why it. Before it didn't. It didn't look or feel like Elite Dangerous at all to me.
Yeah.
And when I was watching this, I thought this is a little bit like, why would I not just play Elite Dangerous?
What here? Well, so you have two racing games right now that you really like. You like Forza,
True.
Horizon. You like Forza Motorsport.
True.
Why would you play both?
They're completely different.
Yeah. Why? Explain.
Just the way the game is presented to you is different. But that's what I'm saying. This did not look different.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
when
Because
they-
I feel like No Man's Sky would be a little bit more arcadey. And
Sure.
and Elite, that's why I brought that up.
More
Elite
realistic.
Dangerous would be more of a simulator.
see, I don't know. Did you get that feeling in watching that, Jordan, at all? Did you think?
Well, I feel No Man's Sky is more of a. Do you guys ever play Astroneers?
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that game that
Yeah.
we got in Game Pro? I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
I feel like No Man's Sky is more Elite Dangerous mixed with Astroneers, I guess, if you would explain it. Or like a Minecraft, you know what I mean? Because you're building, gathering, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just worried, like, I hope it's not too much. I hope it's different than Elite Dangerous. Like, I like that they're both in the same arena, like the Forza series is.
Yeah.
But they're different enough games that I can enjoy them both for their own reasons. I just hope No Man's Sky is different enough from Elite Dangerous, because Elite Dangerous is superb. I just don't think you're going to beat it if you try to compete with it. If it's just a shell shaded Elite Dangerous, I don't think you're going to beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, right? I enjoy Grand Theft Auto 5. I also enjoy other games that are like Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, I guess Grand Theft Auto in general. I mean, I've played them all. Like, I really like Sleeping Dogs, and that was just a martial arts version of Grand Theft Auto. I obviously, Grand Theft Auto is a superb product, but you only get that once every 5 years plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. I actually wouldn't mind another one to play.
Honestly, the
to
only
switch it
part
up.
that made me think, well, not the only part, but they were showing these presentations and, like, when you land in the hangar and it pulls you in, it was that part, and I was like, that looks a lot like Elite Dangerous. And then they showed off, like, Elite Dangerous has, like, infinite planets, and then within each solar system, there's, like, a political battle going on, an economic battle. They were showing that off in No Man's Sky too.
Interesting, yeah.
And see, that's where I'm like, Elite Dangerous. If I'm going to play a game like that, I'm going to play Elite Dangerous.
So that's your concern about.
So I just
No Man's
hope
Sky.
I want to play I want to enjoy No Man's Sky. I just hope that it's not just a shell shade version or an artistic different version of Elite Dangerous, because I don't think it's just like Sleeping Dogs. While Sleeping Dogs might be fun, it's no Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it's still really fun. Like I mean, here's the thing that I just really like video games, so I would like to play another version of Elite Dangerous. You
No,
know?
Elite Dangerous. Can you? Is it getting out of your plane a thing? Because that's different. You don't really do that in.
No, yeah.
Not in Elite Dangerous. Sorry, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky, you get out.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
harvest
can- you-
stuff.
you walk
now,
out,
in Elite
harvest-
Dangerous, don't you do like the planet stuff
and you
now?
can look
I
at
haven't played any of
animals,
that.
and you go, that animal is a.
Let's take a
Oh, it's
picture.
not discovered yet.
Let's
I'm going to
discover.
name it this, or
Okay.
you could do. It's a discovery.
I really hope it does well, only because Jordan's right. I really feel bad for that guy.
Well, like-
he just seems
like,
like a
the
nice
thing- the
guy
thing is, like-
that got torn to pieces.
Well, and like when you look at him and listen to him talk, like he's just like he just wanted to make a game for people to have fun.
He just
And-
loves
'cause
his craft.
He's not the PR guy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's the game maker, you know what I mean? He's the
It's
he's
his
the
baby.
James Halliday, if you will. You know what I mean? He didn't have an Ogden Morrow. You know, but anyway, like you listen to him and like I don't think he tried to like have any ill intentions towards people or try it, you know what I mean? But I want him to do good, man. I don't want the world to be mean to him.
No, don't be mean, people.
Yeah. Anyway, very cool. Now this is interesting. This next one, We Happy Few. They talked about that. They added a story mode. Now here's my question, Mark, because you've played this game.
Yeah.
Was there not a story mode?
No. So the game showed up. It was like a prequel or like a one level or one act, right?
Yeah,
So
Oh,
they said it
that's
just,
what-
It was
okay,
just
okay,
to show off
okay.
the game mechanics.
Yeah.
The preview.
There was a storyline you could follow for about I can't remember, an hour or two, and then it doesn't. It's like chapter 1 of Witcher.
What are
You do a line of things, and it gives you stuff to do, but it's basically just the shell.
I think
Does that make sense, Jordan?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I think We Happy Few is
Oh, okay, got it.
is a sleeper game. In other words, I think We Happy Few is this game that nobody's paying attention to really, and it could blow people away. They were showing up just from the beginning. I really like this dystopia weird vibe.
1984 kind of.
Yeah, crazy. I love the artwork in it.
Weirdos.
I love the concept of the story they're going for, where it's
Yeah.
like they're mind controlling society
With
basically.
happiness. Joy. Sorry, joy.
Pure joy pills.
Joy
Yeah.
pills, yeah.
They were showing so on Inside Xbox they showed some more of the mechanics of the game where when you take drugs essentially, so
Joy.
when you take drugs you're at this, so you take drugs at this place to get into this place and this meeting that's happening outdoors in like the woods, and when you take the drugs you see all these people and you guys are all worshiping this floating yam and you're worshiping in it, blah blah, and then they show
Like an actual yam?
like an actual
Okay,
yam
okay,
floating
sorry, I
yam.
didn't
So
know
it's
if
like
you were
crazy
like-
and everyone's like, and it's just like happy and everybody's happy and yay the yam, the holy yam or whatever, right? Then you go in with a different character. They show like this is what happens when you go in with this character. She doesn't take drugs, and it shows what's actually happening in real
And
life.
it's messed up. So
They're
that's
crucifying a dude. A dude is being
yeah,
crucified.
They do that. They did that in the preview, and that's why. This is why in the E3 trailer everyone says, "Well, it was a dark trailer," and I was like, "No, it's dark."
You have no idea.
You have no idea what the trailer should be.
I like that. Like that.
That's-
when they showed that, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
I did too, and that's why in our E3 episode forever ago, 3 weeks ago, I wanted the trailer to be darker because people
Yeah.
don't understand what it is. A very dark game. You go through like in the preview that I played, you go through and you see kind of both, and
Yeah.
there's blood and things are shredded, and it's
And then when you're on drugs, was it like flowers?
it's like
and
it's all happy and yeah. It's super cool. It's a really cool concept.
Really cool concept. It seems very story driven. They interviewed was he the creative designer or the director on it, or the creative director? Very story. He's talked about his inspiration for the game, stuff like that. Very cool.
Yeah,
I think this is a sleeper game. I think this could be
for real.
huge.
I think I think it's a sleeper game because it went into preview first. I honestly think the preview program is kind of it hurts
Where
games.
games go to die.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless you're Fortnite.
They're still technically a beta, but see they're kind of a unique case because they were so polished when they came. That's not a beta. They just they're so smart. They say beta just so if there are problems, people just shrug their shoulders.
Wait till you hear what they did this week.
Beta.
Whatever.
So you agree with me? I think this could secretly be. You remember like State of Decay, the first one on the 360. It was this independent game that came out of nowhere, and it was a lot of people's game of the year. Like super.
Yeah, they liked it.
super- I think that could be We Happy Few on a larger scale. I think it just strikes me as this could be a masterpiece. Now
Yeah.
maybe I'm getting my hopes up too high, but just I'm digging that story, man.
Yeah.
I'm digging it, man.
Well,
Yeah.
you mix 1984 with
The 1960s drug culture in London.
the drugs. Yeah. Well, and Clockwork Orange. That's what you mix. That's what the game is. It's a mix between the two.
Yeah.
And that's a good distorted game that you can really just.
That's a good time, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was pretty cool to see it. A new game, Earthfall.
This looks like Left 4 Dead with aliens.
Yeah, I
You wanna talk
literally
about
think
Left
it is
4
Left
Dead?
4 Dead with
Is
aliens.
it Left
Now,
4 Dead
I
with
watched
aliens?
one review just because I wanted to see it because it kind of came out of nowhere for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys followed it all, but it kind of came out of nowhere for me. So I watched the review, and the people that reviewed it really didn't like it. They said it was a lesser Left 4 Dead, stuff like that. But I don't really trust the reviewer. So anyway, I haven't heard good things about it yet, but I'm
It looks
interested
cool.
to see. Yeah, it looks
From
cool.
what I
It's,
see-
it's modern. It's aliens instead of zombies.
It's
you
the
know?
same concept. You have your different abilities, and you stop hordes of aliens from coming in.
Yeah.
And the aliens have like crazy AI
You go through
stuff
different
where
missions,
they can
and it's
learn
only I think it's only like a $39.99, $49.99 if you buy the deluxe edition. So it's not a full price game. It's a pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they talked about Forza and the season changes.
Can
and
I talk about
basically,
this?
yeah,
I'm pre-ordering this game. I'm ready for this. Even though it's on Game Pass, I'm pre-ordering
Yeah, I've done that
the
before.
Ultimate Edition,
to get it early.
which is the full season pass. I get it 4 day early. But the reason that I'm doing it is because this week, after the Inside Xbox, they did a hour-long Forza stream, Forza Horizon 4, and they talked about the features. This it seems awesome. Ready for this? First of all, you can now customize your player. So those shirts that we got, the reason they got those shirts at E3, the Forza shirts. Well, Jordan didn't get one. That's
yeah,
right.
I lost.
McSpicy has one though. They are all in the game there. You can customize your character anything you want. So you're talking now about like you're racing for cosmetic loot for your character.
Mm-hmm.
Player housing is in the game.
Can I pick my character?
That you can
like,
purchase.
can I customize my own character?
You can purchase. It's like the top tier, the most money, most expensive Edinburgh Castle.
Whoa.
That's your house. The houses have different abilities and bonuses that they give you for each house you own. You get your first house about an hour in, and then they're all spread out throughout the world. Some of them are hidden that you have to go find. They said there's one off in the woods somewhere,
Like the
that you
barn
have to go
finds,
find.
except with houses. That's
with
pretty
houses, but player housing, and so it's yours to decorate how you will, to do what you want. I think that's so cool. These little details that didn't exist prior, that didn't exist before. They said they got the idea for player housing is in forums. There was these threads where people were just randomly parking in Forza Horizon 3 and saying, "This is my house," and so they said, "Let's just include player housing then."
The
And
stuff guy.
That's so great.
The stuff guy was like, okay.
no, okay. Yeah,
I really
let's do
think
it.
the stuff guy is just a guy that watches Netflix and surfs the internet.
surfs forums.
That's
and
like his
says,
job.
Genius.
Dude.
We're doing it. Done.
I can't wait till we get to it. But Fortnite stuff guy had a field day this week. man.
You've mentioned it like five. This is
Yo,
like Hype Zone.
dude. Yeah,
Fortnite Hype Zone.
he was just like, do it there, take it there.
Anyway,
take it
so
there.
even though this game is on Games Pass, ready for this? The Ultimate Pass, I'm getting it. I'm purchasing it. I'll have it 4 days early. We're getting a
I will
club,
do that.
guys. Everybody get the club, and I'm gonna play the crap out of this.
Dude,
game.
and that's actually a
this
really-
made me so excited watching this stream.
That's a really good feeling. Mark and I spent money to get State of Decay 4 days early, even though it would have been free for us.
yeah.
It was a good feeling.
It's a good.
Like
feeling.
It really is.
you're gonna
To-
really like what
To
you know-
waste money on something special.
Yeah, like you're
Something
gonna
you
really
love?
like. It felt good. Like it was a
felt
good
really
vibe.
good.
Yeah. It's a good time, man. But yeah, so Inside Xbox had a lot of fun stuff this week. San Diego Comic-Con coming up. I believe it's the 19th, so is it next week? But anyway, if you're going,
If you're going,
the
you're in San
Xbox
Diego.
Gear Shop is going to be back. And if you're sad like David that he did not get his Sea of Thieves statue, well, guess what? They're going to have it back at San Diego Comic-Con
the
as
Sea
an
of
exclusive
Thieves.
in-store thing.
Shadow
Exclusive.
Captain.
Yeah, they're also going to have the coin, which David was smart enough to pick up for
I did
all
pick
of
up
us.
the coin.
I
which
got
we
to
already
use that
have.
button
Yeah.
again.
Exclusive.
They're also
Ooh.
going to have another exclusive.
Exclusive.
It looks like a
It's like a loot box.
loot box with Gears of War on it. Also, some Fallout 76 shirts. A lot of good stuff, man. The Microsoft Store, Gear Store is pretty fun. So, big one.
So you can't get the figure or the coins online.
Yeah, they're
You-
only like
there are some stuff
event
that you can only get
exclusives.
in events, and this is one of them. And should have got that statue.
Yeah, you probably
Regret
should
that.
have.
Regret that.
Yeah, it was a bummer. The Banner Saga.
Wait, when is Comic-Con?
next week? I think. I believe it's on the 19th.
Oh dang! I'm in San Diego on the 22nd.
That's painful.
Shoot!
That hurts. That hurts me a
I
little
just
bit.
miss it again.
The
Slips
Banner
through my
Saga.
grass.
This game I have not played, but
it's
I've
fun.
heard it's
It's fun.
fantastic. And now the saga
Continues.
continues
It's Banner Saga 3.
with number 3. So Banner Saga 3, funny enough, 3 is the final game, but it's
Oh.
Banner Saga. See what they did there? They're blowing my mind is what they're doing.
Wait, what?
Because it's a
Explain.
trilogy, not a saga.
Wait, what?
So it's Banner Saga, but the game series is a trilogy.
What does saga mean?
More than
Like
3.
perpetual.
I get it
Star
now.
Wars
All
is a
these
saga.
jokes that you were saying for like the last 2 minutes, I now understand, and that is pretty funny.
Star Wars is a saga. The Marvel Universe would be considered a
So
saga.
we are starting to slowly implement. We had over 50 people express interest in the turn-based strategy club. Banner Saga is a turn-based strategy game. It might show up in one of
Yeah.
our monthly events. That we
So
do.
you can pre-order it now. It comes out July 26th. But I kind of want to go back and play all 3. I've heard these games are really fun.
Dude,
so.
way fun.
Only
Play-
$25.
And a couple of them were games with gold. So you have
you
number
have
2, I believe.
Yeah,
Number 2.
at least. So.
At least number 2.
But very cool. We're just gonna do Monster Hunter real quick. 2 of my favorite games and favorite universes have combined yet again.
Behemoth.
Monster Hunter World, which we all know is a fantastic game.
Fantastic.
We had a lot of fun with it.
I believe this is on my perpetual, my regulars.
Yes.
Oh.
Even though I've not jumped into a lot for a while, I would like it to be my
Dude,
regular.
and you know what's funny is like
I think this
that game is the Pacific Rim of games.
it's
Monster Hunter?
friggin'
Yeah,
awesome.
it's you're.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's. I mean, why didn't like? Okay, how do I explain this smartly? So you know how
Explain it
people got
smartly.
mad at
I
like
don't think
the-
we can explain it smartly.
Yeah.
I
You
think
know-
that's one of
you
our
know how
faults.
like one of the criticisms of Destiny was the repetitiveness,
Yeah.
like grind and this and that. Like Monster Hunter, I feel is you go out and hunt a monster, get its stuff, come back, craft, go out and hunt it. Like it's a loop, but I think it's because you're just fighting big monsters. Like I just think that's a
Well,
successful.
And every time you come back and get fed by the cats,
Oh, that's-
it's like
it's
the
awesome.
most awesome experience you've ever had. The chef guy's just like, and all the cats are on, and then everybody's cheering for you. And then you go and create your armor, and everyone's
you
like,
look-
yeah, let's make his armor.
Everybody-
They did such a, it's like every time that happens, I'm excited.
But it's I don't know. It's a good formula, killing big monsters. But Monster Hunter World and Final Fantasy 14 online specifically are kind of combining up. What's really cool is you're gonna fight the behemoth. Which if you played episode Du Sky of the demo of Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 15 back when it came out, or if you just played Final Fantasy 15, you fight a behemoth, similar monster, same monster, behemoth.
Yeah.
What's really cool is Final Fantasy Online has so they have different classes, right? I
yeah.
believe one of the classes is a Lancer, and he can. And I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 a ton, but you start out as a Lancer, and you can like basically become expertise in your class and become a Dragoon
Sure.
And-
In 14?
in Final Fantasy 14
Okay.
online.
Okay.
We're just gonna call it a Realm Reborn to avoid
Done.
confusion.
Okay.
A Realm Reborn. So anyway, you can basically come
The
in.
MMO.
Yeah,
Final
the
Fantasy.
MMO. Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
It's very confusing.
Got it.
Yeah,
yeah. they had to redo.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, because there's 11 was online, and then there was 14 online,
no,
which
14 's
sucked it, and then they redid
the
it. And
MMO.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Realm Reborn. So. You can pick the Lancer class, which is actually one of the classes I played
And
in,
level up.
and you can kind of basically like profession yourself and expertise, and like when you become the master of that class, you kind of graduate into a Dragoon, right?
Yeah.
Which is this bad A armored guy with a huge spear. You can get the armor in Monster Hunter in this
Oh,
map. And you
cool.
guys gotta watch the trailer. The armor is awesome, so very cool.
Awesome
There's
sauce.
also Koopos. They're the little kitten bunny rabbit combos with little balls on their head.
Yeah.
They're really cute. Little cactus guys are in there too, and
Oh.
you know the what's the David? Name me the monsters. I know you know them. The big beaked bird,
I don't know. I
the
don't
dodo
remember now.
bird is what we're
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
call him. But you know
He's
the dodo
creepy.
bird monster?
Oh, yeah, in the desert area. He
Yeah.
He picks up the rock.
Yeah,
And then you have to like knock the rock out of his hand, and then you can start hitting him
yeah,
again.
yeah. So in this one, he
He's
actually
called
picks.
the dodo, isn't he?
He's called the Wakakak.
Oh, yeah.
Catch.
The Wakacock.
Yeah, he's called. They're all called.
Wakakachodos.
Yeah, they're all called something weird.
Wakacock.
But in the mashup here,
The Kookaburra.
yeah, the Kookaburra.
Oh,
That's what it
nice.
is. Mrs. J.
Thank you,
Mina.
Chad.
coming
Thank
through.
you.
So in the Final Fantasy demo here, or sorry, mashup here, he picks up a rock. Right, you remember?
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
picks
picks
up
up
a
the
rock.
rock, yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you this: he picks up the Final Fantasy crystal
Oh.
and becomes a giant cuckoo.
A giant Kookaburra.
A giant kookaburra, like really big. I'm actually gonna show it to you guys right now. Ready? Here's the trailer. You're fighting the behemoth.
Oh.
Giant kookaburra.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He's just
Look at
he's just
him.
one big
Oh,
kookaburra.
my goodness.
You get a little
Dude, the
cute
game
text.
is so good.
I love all this mashup that they're doing with all these different games. So
Okay,
very fun.
let's pretend your job, you don't have a job. Your
Their
job,
stuff, guys, really tearing it up.
You're
Man.
Mr. McSpicy right now, because this is a game that I would like it to be perpetual, but I just don't know how to make any significant progress. How I have the time to divide between that game and all the other games. So, you don't have a job. Your job is to play video games 8 hours a day.
That's my job.
8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
No vacation.
Sign me
no
up.
sick leave.
Okay, tell me, how do you divide your time up between that 8 hours a day? You go like 3 hours here, 3 hours there, you know what I mean? Like 2 hours at the end, different games, or do you just go one game at a time?
I don't understand the question.
Like how do you because I want to play all these games. I got to quit my job. That's what it comes down to.
I get it.
Like Monster Hunter. I look at that. I want to play that.
Well,
that giant bird. He became a giant bird.
by holding the Final Fantasy crystal, and that, by the way, is Dragoon armor.
Oh, so cool.
It's pretty awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Final Fantasy, man.
Well, Final Fantasy 14 Part 2.
I think
That's what we're talking
Around
about.
the board.
I would like to win. I told my wife we need to win the lottery so that I can just play video games all day. Be great.
The dream.
The dream.
All right, shall we get into it, guys? The Fortnite.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I wish I knew more about it because usually I'm all over Fortnite, but this week I haven't had time.
Well, they just
Just let me have it.
so their stuff
give it to
guy
me.
said, "Hey guys, I'm going on vacation for a month. Here's all the stuff I got in my journal." And
Hey,
they
guys,
just, I
watch
think they
this.
just threw it out in one. So I think the tagline is "Worlds are merging." Have you seen the Battle Pass or the new Season 5 trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so worlds are merging, right? We're
Actually,
getting
no.
stuff. Okay, so
by
you
yes,
lied
I
to
mean
me.
absolutely no. Not. Yeah, I have not.
So basically, in the trailer, stuff is disappearing, stuff is coming in, like all these little, the rips that the rocket did.
yeah.
That was for a reason. So stuff is coming in from the outside world, stuff, it's
Yeah.
the merging worlds, right? So we're
Okay.
getting a bunch of new items. So
Like
big
outer
thing,
like outer space items.
no,
Okay.
Yeah.
big thing.
Just don't say anything.
What worlds are merging then?
Oh, all sorts of worlds, man.
Like no outer space worlds though.
Like it did flash to the real world, and a real golf cart came in.
Okay.
So anyway, there is the big one, golf cart. It's called the all-terrain cart with a K. They call it the ATK for short.
Attack.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. I just realized that. That's hilarious. See, the stuff guy's on point this week. So there's the golf cart, which, yes, can hold your entire squad. You can have a driver, passenger, 2 people sit on the stand on the back, and they can shoot people while you're driving.
That is so
now,
awesome.
this is where they Fortnited it.
The only
They-
vehicle. Wait, hold on. The only vehicle they had before was a shopping cart, right?
Was
Yeah,
that
and
really
was-
considered a vehicle?
That wasn't. I mean, that was kind
Like
of a
you could
vehicle.
Push your friend around in it.
Yeah, and going uphill was awful.
As it
Going
would be.
downhill was kind of fun.
as it would be.
So-
So you think they're stealing PUBG's vehicles here?
They're stealing more than that.
Really?
Fortnite. Did you even
the
have
guy-
to ask that?
The
They
stuff
don't
guy.
just steal it.
I think
they
the
steal
stuff guy
it
on
and
lunch.
make it
The
better.
stuff guy on lunch break was playing Mario Kart this week.
Okay.
Because they literally took the exact same animation as drifting in Mario Kart.
No way.
So Mark, you played 8, right?
Yeah.
David, I don't know if you played 8 or not, but when you turn in Mario Kart and you hit the brakes, your wheels start to spark, and then they turn blue because you got a boost, and then they turn gold because you got a bigger boost. The longer you kind of like drift.
Okay, this is a Mario Kart.
I mean, Mario Kart.
Okay.
They literally did the exact same thing in Fortnite.
Really?
So I was like, oh, they have a drift mechanic, but it was like the same colors, animations, and like it went blue, and then it went gold, and then they boosted. Like it was so awesome. So anyway, they're Mario Kart fans. And that's the first thing I thought was Mario Kart.
I think Fortnite are just fans of fun.
I know, and this is why they're so awesome.
Fans of fun. I
It's
like it.
not over.
Fuff.
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 Fun.
Fans of fun.
It's
of
not
fun.
over. They updated the map. We have a desert biome.
I saw that one.
Which is very
I
cool.
saw that.
The cars are only in certain locations. I think there's one at the Paradise Palms, which is in the desert biome, and then I think Lazy Links has another one, which is a new area.
I
as
don't
well.
know that name.
Yeah, it's got rid of one of the farm areas. I think.
Anarchy Acres.
Yeah, and now
And they
it's,
got rid of Motel too, right? My nephew was telling me all
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
before the show.
So, crazy fact. What
Can't
have
you
you
golf
always?
now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask, what have you always wanted to do while in a battle royale match?
Golf. People, bullets flying past
You
me.
literally
Par.
go and golf. You can really golf.
Yeah.
You can shoot
That's what my
baskets.
nephew told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
that's
can
awesome.
do crazy stuff.
The only thing I need next is Mario Tennis. Throw Mario Tennis into Fortnite.
I think they're going to in
and
season 6.
there's a game.
It's probably going to be a season
That's
6 thing.
Yeah.
And that's a game.
The stuff guy didn't stop there. You know what he said? He went into the meeting. He goes, guys, I got one more thing. What if on circles 7, 8, and 9, we just randomly put them anywhere? So circle 7, 8, and 9.
So explain what the circles are.
It's the storm.
Okay.
So the storm comes in, right? And it's just a big circle, and you got to get within that circle.
Okay, it's
now
the-
on
it's the
rotation,
poison.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now on rotation 7, 8, and 9, the circle will come in, and once it hits its spot, it'll just be like shoot, go to a different spot completely. So the
So
way
you'll
it was
be in the-
explained,
you'll be in
and
the
way-
middle of the circle.
Yeah, so you
safe.
might actually have to run through a storm to get to the circle.
They're doing that. Okay. They're,
And I think I know why they're doing
Camping?
that.
yeah, they're trying to prevent camping.
Yeah.
Which is that's interesting.
Well,
Huh.
I think they're doing it because I got the impression building, you can't build up and fortify as much in one area. You have to keep.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what camping is?
Well, yeah.
Because that's called camping.
Yeah. Okay. I think-
in this game, that's camping.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's. I mean,
Now,
you're
do
not
you,
actually
do you like
camping.
that change?
I mean, I don't mind it.
I thought it was actually kind of cool.
The I'll be honest, the neat thing about Fortnite building, one of the great benefits of it is yes, you can post up, but it's also counter. You can counter people camping really easily if you just watch a tutorial for 5 minutes on YouTube on how to counter somebody that has built around themselves and is sitting
Well,
there.
now you don't even have to waste your time because that guy's gonna die.
Well, no, because that's the building mechanic stops camping itself. Just by all you do is run towards him and do a ramp on the left and a ramp on the right and a ramp. You're leapfrogging ramps, and they can't shoot you, and you just run. It's actually a great mechanic to prevent camping.
It's cool.
So I mean, I guess that's I mean, it might be a fun thing just to the panic mode of everyone having to run somewhere else, but
Well, I think it adds something because, like, in that last, I mean, you gotta save your potions, save your, you know what I mean, and because I mean, I don't think it's gonna shoot all the way across the map, of course, right? But it does say on
It'll
circles
adjust
7,
it
8, and
slightly.
9, it will close once it reaches its point. It'll shrink. It'll still shrink to a smaller thing, but then it'll move locations as well. So,
yeah.
and I'm assuming within a reasonable area.
I'll have to see it, play it, and see how it goes. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Also, there's other points of interest, which is very fun. They have a Viking ship on
I saw that.
mountain
Yeah.
somewhere. It's pretty
Yeah.
freaking awesome. So, also, the cars, they have a goat kart so you can practice your Mario Kart drifting. Like, literally, I think that's what it's for, because it's an actual
Mario
cart.
Kart
Yeah,
drifting.
yeah. So.
That's so funny. Yeah, seriously, this guy was like watching Vikings on. Is it on Netflix? What?
Yeah,
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
He's
it's
probably
on
watching.
history.
Yeah, he's probably watching that. He probably watched the PGA
He's like-
Tour. He's just
Yeah, and
channel
then, he's like,
surfing.
and then he played Mario Kart that week on a
He's
Switch.
like, this is our content. Got it. Season 5. Here we go.
Oh, that's so
Emoting will now interrupt sprinting in case that was a worry for you at any time.
McSpicy.
Wait,
tell-
emoting what?
Will now interrupt sprinting. So if you emote while you're sprinting, it'll interrupt your sprint.
Oh, okay. So
Which-
it's like a balance update or something.
Tell the world you're excited for a certain emote, the dab emote.
Oh, the gentleman's
the
dab.
gentleman's dab.
Where you go like this.
Slowly.
I think that's for sale
bow.
right now. On the the gentleman, you slow down.
You will
Then-
now earn XP for reviving teammates. So good job.
So good job, team.
Oh, good job. Yeah.
Good job, team.
Yeah.
You can abuse that.
You could.
That's exploitable.
Another cool thing is probably, and this is in my opinion, this is the best ending skin they've ever had, is Fortnite Season 6. It's awesome. I don't even know how to describe it.
Can you show me a picture?
I'm trying to find it right now. Or no, wait.
And it's season 5.
It's Season 5. That's why it didn't pop up, because I typed in the wrong thing. But it starts as a base, like the carbon skin, and then what you have to do is you get an additional piece of armor on this guy, as not for challenges, but as you experience. So you get experience points. So the first time you have to get 100 experience points, then you get whatever 200.
Yeah.
Then 100,000, then 150,000. Like you have to get a lot. Yeah, I think like to unlock the full kit, you have to get a
You
lot.
only get like 300 points per 300 XP per game. How many matches do you have to play?
It is
Is it a hamburger?
no, that would have been awesome. This is it right here. So on the right-hand side, right here, that's the full outfit. He does not start like that. You have to actually earn the full outfit. It's
Like
basically
each
gosh.
individual piece.
Yeah.
Fortnite is so good at skins.
Yeah,
Oh
it's-
my god.
They're like
how would you
Destiny.
describe it?
a skeleton.
I think they gave-
Skeletor
Everybody's giving him
meets a dragon in Vegas. I don't know.
everyone was giving him a name. I forgot what they said, but it's very. I think it was Viking lore related.
Oh,
Because he starts out
looks
as just like a
sweet.
character, and then as you get experience with him, you unlock the helmet, the
So
shoulders,
he's got
the
a-
belt. You know,
Oh man.
similar to the carbine, but in my opinion, a lot cooler looking.
Who are these
I think the
artists,
stuff guy said
man.
build a Viking with like a dragon.
Dragon skeleton helmet face with blue eyes.
So Fortnite's killing it. Oh, and they didn't stop there. They said, hey, so you buy the battle pass, which is $9.50, not $1,000. They dropped it by 50 cents.
Oh,
Because I think 1,000
50.
V-Bucks, 100 V-Bucks is like $1, right?
I thought it was always $9.50.
Oh, was it always $9.50?
I could be wrong.
All right,
but-
disregard that last comment then.
Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they're pulling a
What-
Walmart.
yeah.
It's 98 cents.
Yeah. What they did is if you didn't have the battle pass before, you could only do the silver challenges and then you were done. If you don't want to buy the battle pass, you do have access to each week's challenges, only the first 3 challenges.
Oh,
So you
very
can still,
cool.
so like if you decide not to buy the battle pass, you can still at least do the first 3 challenges each week with a friend that does have the battle pass. But you don't get any unlocks until you complete 4 challenges in a week. So that's how they got you. They thought of it. So, but yeah, so it's just
So
really
a lot of
cool.
good stuff in Fortnite,
Yeah.
basically. Season 5.
I think they were saying this is one of the best battle passes. A lot of skins, a lot of emotes, a lot of stuff, man. A lot of money going to be spent this month from Fortnite.
Good
a lot
times.
of money.
And that brings us to the next segment of our show.
Oh, I don't have the audio. Now I do.
This is
Actually, I think the gentleman's dab is part of the battle pass. I think that's what my nephew told me.
Okay, very cool.
I gotta go and check it.
This
Sorry.
is the portion of our show where we take questions from the mailbag. To submit a question to the mailbag, you just need to subscribe over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming. $3 or more a month gets you access to the mailbag. Submit a question and have a chance for us to answer it on the show, patreon.com/positive gaming. Our goal is within the next year to get a permanent studio for the XoneBros show. With that studio, we'll be able to expand, do more shows, create better, higher quality content, focus on quality and content instead of setting up and taking down every week, which takes a ton of time. So support us and join the mailbag each week, patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com, and hit the support tab at the top. Question
very good.
from Scottman71. He says, so Rocket League hit Game Pass yesterday, 10th of July, after being on sale for the week prior. Do you think Microsoft should have announced it earlier because they must have known instead of possibly upsetting its customers with a great deal on a game right before dropping it into Game Pass? I, for one, almost bought it but didn't. I'm sure many did, though. If I had bought it right before it went into Game Pass, I would have been a little miffed, to say the least. Do you think we should have more transparency from Microsoft with regard to things being put forward as games with gold or Games Pass titles? Now, Jordan, this has happened to you, where a game went into games with gold that you had purchased.
anything in my life.
I
that you
believe it's
purchased.
happened to every single person on this planet.
No.
That's just called how business works and how the relationship with a business
I
and
think-
a consumer.
I think here, though, in particular, Rocket League went on sale the week before and then went into Game Pass.
That's how
the
it is.
following week.
That's how they're trying to liquidate an item. I mean, that's how. I mean, every business does this ever.
So, do you think Microsoft should tell us it's coming to Game Pass, or
They won't get any sales.
They wouldn't get any sales.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could say, yeah, it'd piss people off, but
because I would be mad.
have you ever been shopping for anything ever? Like, I do you know how many times this has happened to me with Apple products?
Well,
You know, it's just how it is. I don't. I mean, yeah, you get mad, but then you just go, "That's my luck," because this has been happening since I was 12.
yeah. How would you solve?
Don't buy things.
I mean, that's what I do. But then here's the thing: I would miss out on the sale. See, that's where they have you.
Yeah.
Because I'd miss out on the sale.
That's
the Rocket League sale.
I don't. I mean, this
if it
is
doesn't
so.
go to Game Pass.
This
Game
is
Pass.
so commonplace and common practice in all of business and all of merchandise and everything. I don't. I mean, yeah, it just sucks. That's
So
how-
you don't think it's
it's
an
a
issue?
life lesson. Life sucks. Then
That's-
you die.
That's the overarching issue.
That's the story arc in
life,
this.
life sucks.
That's just how business works.
Yeah, I do think that it is not an issue. I don't want to say an issue. It's
Sucks.
just something that sucks.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sucks.
It's life.
But how?
Like you learn this when you go to
But
your
here's
first.
I think here's the
comic book
overarching
store.
question: is there something that Microsoft could do to prevent that, or I don't know what you would do. I don't know.
No, I just think that's. I mean, it's so commonplace in every form of business. I don't think. I mean, yeah,
It's
it
like
just
when you
sucks.
go to like the burger shop and you order a delicious burger you've been looking forward to, and then you bite into it and they like forgot to take off the pickles that you asked for. You know, like it happens to everybody, and
Yeah.
it sucks.
You still got a product that you,
Yeah.
at that point in time, you thought it was a good deal, so you performed that contract. You gave them money, they gave you a product. You know, okay, that was a great deal.
But whether a better deal will come next week is
I mean, it's up in the air.
It's up in the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not
that's
forcing
just-
you to buy it. You know?
Yeah, it sucks. But at that time, you thought that was a good price, and they gave you a product. It's an exchange, you know, and you were okay with it. It does suck. That's life. I mean, that's just how life is.
And this happens to me in like every aspect of my
Yeah,
life. So.
it's not
like
it's-
everything.
I mean,
Video cards.
So one, we don't
Homes.
think it's gonna stop because
It's never gonna stop,
They,
'cause
they
that's
can't
business.
announce it because then they wouldn't sell it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just
It just sucks.
that does suck. You're kind of
But see, it only sucks. Here's the deal. It only sucks because it went on. It, you know,
it's free now.
Yeah.
So it
This
doesn't
is-
suck for the guy that didn't buy it.
So let me.
You know?
I use this example in a lot of things in my life. How do you make a baby cry? You give it a sucker, and then you take it away. Does that? That's how you get. That's how the baby cries, because you gave them something, you took it away. It's not. It's just that's just sucks. Like you didn't. The baby would have been fine otherwise. You know what I mean? But like, so I'm just saying. In this case,
Knowing that you could have got it for free, but you
that's
spent
what
money on
that's
it.
what pisses you. That's what
hurts.
pisses you off, and that
Yeah.
hurts. But that's
Because
just
when you bought it, you were happy because it was on sale.
Yeah, you're
but
fine.
now it's free.
Now
2
it
days
was-
later.
that was-
24 hours later.
that
it's free.
excitement
It's
was
on a
taken
deeper
away.
scale.
Or if your name is Jordan, 1 hour later, it's free,
That's just
and
how.
he paid full price for it.
Well, that's just how life works. Like I bought a computer, an iMac, in like 2012. The next week, mine went half price, and then the new one came out. You know, or it's just that's just how business is. That's
Not
they don't-
Costco.
They're never going to tell you.
If that happens in Costco, you could take it back and get refunded the difference.
Refunded the difference, but it's a new product. Like I got a 1080 graphics card just because Jordan bought the 980 the week before for full price
And then the week later, they announced the 1080s, and they cut the price of
In
like,
half.
everything in half.
in half.
And I was screwed.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
See, if you
just-
would have bought that graphics card from Costco,
See,
you could
if they
taken
would've-
it in, and you would have got refunded.
Yeah,
the
Costco
difference.
does have good deals.
Yeah, within
well,
like 30 days.
I think people take advantage of Costco because I've seen people return a half-eaten watermelon. And I feel like there needs to be a line in society. Like, that just kind of angered me. Like, I looked at that person, I said, really?
You'll
Like,
always
have you guys ever done something like that? Like
But Costco has buying power. Like that's so
But-
they don't
but
care.
I
they,
mean-
they can take because they don't eat the cost.
No, I know.
The-
Yeah. Like, but that just like, I just it felt like society dropped.
So
I
should
was like, really?
Microsoft have
you
a
went
Costco
home, ate
rule?
half. It took you half a watermelon to figure out
Because
that
I
it
do
was
think
bad?
that's good policy. Most people wouldn't return it. That's the idea behind
But
it.
see, I
but
mean-
for the ones that do get mad, you soothe them a little bit. You have that in place for that.
I mean, it's up to them.
Yeah.
Like I said, you at that point in time where you had a contract and you both fulfilled it. They gave you a product, you paid for it, you both were happy. It was totally
Fitzy
fine.
actually in chat says he bought ESO and then it came to Games Pass. He called Microsoft and they did refund him the Games Pass. So it sounds like they have a Costco policy.
It sounds
they
like
might
that.
have a Costco policy.
But that's just how it is. I like who someone said it. Oz Bundy Boy in chat says you'll always find stuff cheaper after you buy it. That's
Yeah.
just how life is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't say Microsoft's a bad guy because of this, because
Well,
literally that's the culture of life.
And you got to think, where's Psyonix in this? I mean, I think this is more of a developer issue than a Microsoft issue.
Oh, with Rocket League.
Yeah, Psyonix is the guys
Yeah.
that do it. I mean, they're the ones that say we're gonna cut it. It's their
Yeah.
product, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Microsoft may ask them to put it
Microsoft's
on
just
this-
the shelving, the
yeah,
shelves.
Yeah, Microsoft is the Costco.
It is the Costco.
Yeah,
They're the middleman.
they just don't
Hey,
accept.
they
half,
actually are.
They just don't let people return half-eaten watermelons.
Also, there's no guarantee that it will be Games Pass. Games Pass will be there forever. Court Design said in chat. That's a great point. So even though it's on Games Pass now, that's actually probably the answer to the question, which is a great question, Scott. Man, what should Microsoft do? And I think the answer is, it sucks. I mean, it's just reality that it sucks. But number two, it does move out of Game Pass eventually.
Let's
Ma-
also.
yeah.
I
And
really,
so-
I really like what R56 Cooper said in chat. He says, "I wouldn't be upset, to be honest, because I know that helped the game developers out when I bought the game.
Yeah.
That's why I purchase Hearthstone cards every
but what
time,
if it's a
because
game
it
that
supports
what if
them.
it's a game that you're unsure, you're just testing out because it's this much money, okay.
It's a half price game for
Half-
$10.
Half price games, but I would have rather got it for free on Games Pass. Well, it sounds like they do. In all honesty, it sounds like Microsoft does have a Costco type of policy. Like if you really are mad about it and you bought it within a couple days of it going on sale or going to Games Pass, you can get a refund.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there is a stipulation on the returns for Microsoft.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, Scott, man, thank you very much for writing in. A good question because it's a relevant question and it's something that has happened. What's the worst one that you got, Jordan? The worst that's happened to you?
my house.
And that's very fresh.
Yeah, that was like last week.
Yeah, didn't they listen to this? Didn't they miscalculate the square footage or something? What happened?
Oh,
No,
there's
no.
actually two things.
He bought the
No,
house.
I
and
bought
then-
the house
and then
on
this-
Monday, and then on Tuesday the city raised taxes.
Oh yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's and you didn't close. So you close when you close.
There's
you have
no
to pay those
middleman on
taxes.
this one.
Yeah. No, who you go to there? You're just
There's no Costco.
You're just
You can't return a house.
so the,
just bent over,
the
man.
solution, if this happens to you, just think Jordan's been screwed worse. If you feel like you've been screwed, just think Jordan has been screwed worse. Chances are.
Yeah.
Would you like a cookie?
I would like a cookie.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. Thank you
Wait,
very
hold
much.
on, what
Scott, man,
flavor?
thank you very much for writing
What's
in.
that?
What flavor?
Great
Chocolate chip?
question.
I always like
Ultimately,
check
to
before
summarize,
I take a bite, you know.
guys,
Hold on. They just appeared here. This was
it's
amazing.
magic. It was like Santa Claus.
Thank you. Okay.
One
David,
time
go
I
ahead.
drank milk at David's house without checking, not ending.
To summarize, Scottman's or answer to Scottman's question, there really isn't a solution. Ultimately, like the solution is this. That's just. I mean, there is no solution.
Have
The
you ever
solution
had
is there is no
goat's milk?
solution. I've never had goat's milk. No.
I had goat's milk from a guy that just like pulled it out of a goat, and it was one of the most disgusting things.
Oh,
I
it's
think
it tastes like blue cheese. Like it's very distinct. I actually have had goat's
he
milk.
gave me. So this is
I
what
know
happened.
sheep. Do sheep have milk? I've had sheep milk. Is that goat's milk?
I've heard cats do.
I think most species have some type of milk.
I think every
I have
mammal.
I have nipples.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was.
Can you milk me?
No, like this guy, he gave me the sweetest chocolate cake too. The chocolate cake was really good. Then he gave me this milk. I'm fully expecting to have cow's milk, but it was like I don't know if it was rancid or what it was, but it tasted terrible.
Goat had a sickness.
Oh my! He must have.
He was at the end of his life.
Yeah, he must
It
have.
was whatever he ate, man. Whatever he was eating.
Like somebody went up to it and scared it.
he
or
was
something.
eating weeds that week instead of grass.
It was so nasty. And I hear goat's milk is a thing, but not in my life.
Isn't goat's cheese more like goat cheese is like a thing?
I think that's a thing in Europe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Or rich people. I don't know.
I don't know. Next question comes from Reborn627. He says, I've been fortunate that over the last 5 years, only 1 out of 8 Xbox One controller has failed on me. The blue Forza controller left stick now drifts. I've been considering the...
Pun.
I've been
You
considering...
not get it?
I get it.
Okay.
I've been considering the Elite controller and figure I'll have the same reliability, but with the Elite 2 leaks, would it be worth waiting for that, or am I better off jumping in on the original and waiting till the 2 has been out for a few months? Thanks, guys. Love the show and my new purple XoneBros Positive Gaming Retro Console T-shirt. Yes! Reborn627. Should he get the Elite controller or wait for the 2? What would you do, Jordan?
Who was that company we saw at E3 where we tried out their controllers? Those were excellent controllers.
Scuff, I
Those,
think. Yeah.
I'd go with them. Like
go-
I
you'd go
support
So
Microsoft.
$300 for
Yeah,
the base.
dude, I don't even care. Given I haven't, had ample playtest time with them, but me and Mark touched a lot of them.
We did. And I'm pretty sure they touched me back.
And we even chatted with a couple guys. And they are high quality controllers. They're really cool. You can customize them. You can get them in different shapes and stuff. So they're cool. I would go with that company, but that's just me.
They're $300 for the base cost. I think they go upwards of $400.
I'm missing spicy. So Jordan would go with Scuff controller instead of waiting for the Elite 2 because the Elite 2 is basically rumors at this point. However, it's pretty solid.
The only reason I
rumors.
say that, though, is because I feel like the Elite controller, it's been 50-50. This guy's had a great experience. This guy hasn't.
I had a
This
great
guy had a
experience
yeah.
with my controller
You
until it
did?
broke.
You didn't.
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah.
a great experience until it broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we call, I think, a bad experience.
I mean, it lasted
I don't know how to-
it lasted a good 8 months. I got 8
You know
months
what I
out
mean?
of
Like
it.
it wasn't like 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know
Meanwhile,
what I mean?
literally
Like,
during the crew too, I've been throwing around my controller. Dude, I seriously threw my controller a bunch during those races on the crew too.
I think the engineering team
Don't do it, man. Take a walk.
I know.
It's not worth it. I
know.
have several broken controllers on
I
that
know.
wall now.
I know. And Mixed Spicy, you owned an Elite controller. What is your advice to Reborn 627? Is he better off just waiting for the Elite 2? It does sound like that they are upping the parts for the Elite 2, the quality,
Who
bringing
is it
features that
makes
we
the
want.
Elite? Sorry, I guess I misspoke. It's not Microsoft that makes them. I know Microsoft supports them, but who is the actual company that makes them?
I don't know. It's a Microsoft product. I don't know who actually.
I'm gonna Google it because
manufactures it,
my
but-
personal interest wants to know.
Mixed Spicy, what would you advise?
I honestly would, if he needs a replacement controller, if he has to, use one until it comes out, the second one. I'm actually a really big fan of the new controllers that you get on the Design Labs.
Okay, yeah.
I think those are
They
super
announced
sexy.
that new sport one. Have you seen that one? That's sexy.
They
It's white.
feel super good. They're Bluetooth compatible and a whole bunch of other stuff. So they're awesome controllers. They feel really good. I got my wife one, and I kind of think that's the best controller in this house. But at the same time, if you really want an Elite controller, I probably would wait. To be honest,
You would wait.
I would wait. If you're not looking at like the
Because the features that have leaked, the rumors, like its design plans and patent stuff that's being shown, they're upping everything.
yeah, hopefully they use like good parts on the sticks.
Yeah.
Because that's where mine broke.
Apparently, Microsoft does make it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
mine
outside.
did too. However, I think at this point, I know a lot of people who have recently purchased the Elite controller have no issues with it. So I think it might have been a manufacturing thing. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
and it takes iterations or versions to get it right.
Miss Mina in chat says why would I wait? Just because.
Because of your luck with the first
Yeah.
one? Your
So
experience?
here's my experience with the Elite controller. I got it. It was freaking awesome.
Feels
it
great.
Feels super.
Oh.
It's heavy. It feels like
you can mess with the triggers.
Yeah,
the
it's
hair
a-
triggers,
paddles.
everything.
conceptually, it's awesome.
It's got weight.
Within less than 30 days, my joysticks became loose. Like if you tilt it upside down, David's gonna say, "Well, I don't play upside down." Well,
He hangs upside down on the monkey bars while he plays.
it has this. They don't feel tight. They're like
you can feel them coming.
No,
out
they,
of the
and they
socket.
do.
They're
Yeah.
loose, right? And so they bop back and forth, and I don't like that. So they refunded it. It was within 30 days, so they gave me a replacement controller, and the exact same thing happened within 3 weeks again. And then by that time, I was out of my. They only warrantied it for 30 days, which kind of bugged me that it was
That you're paying.
$150 for
Yeah.
a controller, and you only warranty it for 30 days. That kind of was, and maybe they've fixed it since those weak joysticks, but I just had a bad experience with my Elite. I love it conceptually. It's the best controller.
The feel is great.
It's awesome. And if it has all the customizable stuff. What I really liked about it was I could replace my looking stick with a taller controller, and it made it more a taller joystick, so it popped out more than the other joystick, and it made it way more precise. So for my Overwatch or any first person shooter, I could dial it in.
Yeah.
It was really, if you got used to that, it was really cool to dial that in. No other controllers do that. So if the joysticks are fixed now, which I've never wanted to buy another one because I'm afraid that there'll be
Same thing will happen for
Yeah.
the price that you're paying. Now they have, in all fairness, Jordan. If you're looking at high quality ones, I have watched comparison videos of the Elite, and there's a similar scuff Elite controller. Does kind of the same thing. The Elite controller in head to head, people still like it because it's heftier. The
Yeah,
it's
scuff
got a weight
feels-
to it, yeah.
Scuff feels lighter,
Yeah.
more plasticky. But that is an alternative option if you're looking for that. At this point, I would say, so Jordan says get a scuff. McSpicy says wait for the 2. I would actually say go ahead and pull the trigger now, only because I think they've fixed a lot of their problems from what I hear from people in the community who have them. Those issues no longer exist. For mine, my left stick controller, just like you, it drifted. Like it drifts. It everything goes left no matter what. And I only noticed it. I was sucking it up in golf, and I just thought I was bad. But then I was playing Minecraft, and when I sit still, I would just rotate, and I could never. It wasn't dead zone. I could increase dead zone. It just always did it. It was just off. I would have to. It was a common issue that happened. You could YouTube it, and there's tons of videos. You can take it apart, mess with these parts. but I didn't. So I just play with a normal controller now as well. My favorite feature is the paddles for shifting in Forza and the half triggers. You need those half triggers. So what screws you up in a game like Forza, when you pull down on the trigger, that's like flooring the gas, and it's not as efficient. You got to gradually pull that thing. And so those trigger locks are fantastic. Great question, though. Reborn 627. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for writing in. Jimmy Figueroa writes in and says, hey, guys, so I read this article that states that the next Xbox Project Scarlet consoles will have multiple tiers in power akin to the Xbox One, the One X, or the One S and the One X. If it ends up being true, do you think it's better for Microsoft to release all the tiers at once or incrementally like they did this generation? I'd like to go first on this one. I think this is a good question, but I think it's different. So when we talk about generations now, Phil Spencer has said this multiple times. There's no longer generations how we think of them, like going from the 360 to the Xbox One, where you can't play games anymore. So the Xbox you have now, when the new Xbox that's announced comes out, you just have the lesser version of it. It's just a hardware update essentially at this point. No whole new games or whole new systems. Eventually there will be, but everything will be backwards compatible, right?
Yeah.
Cross-playable. That's what Phil Spencer's announced. So with having said that, I don't actually think they'll release all of the three power tiers at once, because they'll release them incrementally. So, for instance, you could release your lower tier one first, which is still higher than the Xbox One X. Then you release your next tier after that, after like a year, and then your most powerful one, third year in, whatever. That's how I think they'll do it, because we already have the One X, the One S, and the X. So we already have different price tiers, power structures there.
I think I'll add to it. Sorry, do you want to say something?
Go ahead. Yeah, no.
I think I'll add to it. Me personally, as a consumer, I really like getting excited about my hardware.
Yeah.
I like getting excited about a new console. And if they do it all at once, then what's going to happen for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
You know, if they do it every other year, here's a new powerful one.
Well, and I think doing it all at once makes more sense if it's a whole new generation, like how it has been in the past traditionally with these different consoles. Like, if all of our Xbox One games were obsolete going forward, you know what I mean?
I would, yeah.
But since it's not, it's
I would
just
like
a hardware
to buy them.
upgrade.
I want to buy them incrementally.
That's what I'm going to do too.
Yeah, I want to. It's fun. It's like when a new, movie comes out that you're really excited to see. And
he's compared it to phones, how phones work.
Yeah.
You can have the latest iPhone and you still get all the access to all the apps, everything on your, third generation iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Jordan,
what were you going to say?
The only thing I worry about is that's a lot of money in a short span of time. Like for example,
what was the release date between the 1S and the X? I think it was only a year.
Yeah, which I bought them both, so I'm not the best example.
You're a hypocrite.
But yeah, I know.
No, see, you like having.
No, I know, but I mean, it's just just a little worrying. Like, okay, I buy this most powerful console right now, or for $500. Let's just assume it's going to be the base price of the X, which is $500, right? Or I can just wait till next year and spend $500 and have a better one.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be yearly.
The best,
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be yearly.
But even every other year, don't you feel like that might be a little close in spending?
I don't think it's going to be every other year.
In 4 years or in 5 years, you're going to spend.
I think it's going to be like
$1,500.
I think they'll do it every 3 years or longer.
Okay, 3 years or longer might be.
I don't know. Especially now that you already have a base established. I think McSpicy might be right. You already have a base established of tiers and price structures. You just need to add one.
You know what I would think?
Every couple of years.
I think would be cool. At a certain point, you're going to need a new processor, right? But you guys remember those laptops that had a big old dongle and you basically slid in your own video card?
Yeah, they still have those.
Yeah. I would
razors,
like something like
the
that.
razors.
Yeah, I think that'd be something cool for an Xbox.
So like
you know
the
what I mean?
N64, the expansion, the memory expansion.
Yeah,
slot, you just
so
want that.
You
So
have
just
a
wanna
base.
add parts to
You have a
your-
base console. You know what I mean? And then next, you have your base console for $500. That's already pretty beefy. And then in 2 years, it's like, hey, instead of another $500, $250, you'll get the newest graphics card. You know what I mean? Now with processors, that gets a little bit hard, and I don't know if Microsoft would want to do that because then you're opening boxes and warranties. I don't know, but I just think that. I don't know.
I think they're going to kind of avoid that a little bit. I mean, that's a cool idea, but I think we're getting to the time where they're going to be cloud computing a lot of stuff, and I think that might not be as required.
And they already talked about that a lot at E3 with different, with like tablet stuff, especially tablet games. We saw a lot of that. Dietrix in chat says just because they put out a new one every 2 years doesn't mean you have to upgrade every time. And I think that's their price model. They don't. Most people won't upgrade.
But I want to.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
but
my
most
issue.
people will do a cost benefit analysis and say, well, I can go. I have the lowest one. If I want to upgrade, instead of upgrading to this very top model, I can go, halfway in between and get more bang for my buck.
Do you think they'll be transparent in the fact that, hey, we're going to release this one, which is the most powerful console to date, in 2020, and then we will release one in 22 and 25? So then maybe I'll wait for 25 for the biggest one to come out. You know what I mean?
That's what I did. Like, the phone model's awesome. That's what I do with phones. I don't get a new phone every time. I wait a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Not that much of
Well,
an
do they
upgrade.
announce phones? I mean, we all know a new phone's going to come out every year. Like there's the S9, right? We know the S10 is going to come out next year. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
just
that's
know
why
it's
you
coming,
skip
right?
a couple generations.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be different. I think we're seeing a shift in the console market and how things work, and it's going to just be interesting to see how it all comes together.
I do think I prefer this model because it's more like a PC, whereas in every few years you update the PC. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then as long as you can take all your games with you.
And when you get the world's most powerful console,
I understand
you
that.
future-proof yourself.
Now, I do understand at a certain point, because of hardware limitations and power, like the newest game may not work on the oldest Xbox, but as long as you can bring everything up with you, I think that's the key.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's just going to be interesting. It's the model. It's not the traditional console every 10 years and then we get a new, or every 7 to 10 years, then we get a new console and we have to start over with all new games and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more like a PC now, like the PC generation. It's much more like a phone. So I think Dietrix makes a great point. I think they're counting on your average consumer won't upgrade. I mean, it's going to be your hardcore fans. It's like the One X. It was the Scorpio. It was your hardcore fans that went and got that, and then you still had the One S for entry level people, or the just Xbox flat Xbox One. I think it's great. It's great. We have more options. We can get what we can afford or what we want to play. Super good. I'm really excited for the future of consoles. Great question, Jimmy Figueroa. Thank you so much for writing in. Sean Fitzpatrick, on a similar note here, says, with the gaming economy seemingly leaning more towards digital downloads and games requiring more storage, do you think we'll get more tiered console packages a la 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes, or will they stick to the standard 500 gigabytes and then rely on external hard drives?
Can I go first on this?
What do you think, Jordan?
I honestly, so I don't really care about the internal hard drive because I feel like it's just going to beef up my price. I'd rather get a 500 gig console, save me some money, because I can buy a lot cheaper hard drive that has a lot more storage
You can get
on
like
my own. You know what I mean? On my
for
own,
160 now.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and actually, there's a couple solid state drives that are terabytes that are coming down in price too because of all But I feel like if I only like my 1S. I think, or no, is it the One X that only has 500 gigs?
It only has 500.
Yeah, I have a terabyte external, which I got for super cheap. So I feel like I could save money if they only put the base hard drive in, and then I just get my own, rather than them putting in a terabyte and having to charge extra for it because of all the others.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Big Spicy, what do you think they'll do?
I mean, I think they're going to have to.
Just because of the size of games.
Size of games, and, I mean, they're not alone in the market. PlayStation's going to have theirs. And they're going to be like, we have ours base one is 2 terabytes, or it's just and as it develops, you're going to have to just go.
Then you have Nintendo Switch with 1 gigabyte or whatever it has, and each game is like 500 megs.
Yeah,
blows
but you
my
can
mind.
get an SD card.
And you just can get.
Maybe that's what
cartridge
Xbox.
I
Those
think,
have a little SD card that you
flash
slide in.
little
Little
flash
drive.
I think it's inevitable. I mean, in 20 years, games are going to be. Maybe some games will be 500 gigs plus. Maybe some games will be.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
True.
Some games are coming close now.
I know. So they're going to have to. So
Yeah.
it's just the evolution of
It's all
how.
that 4K.
So I didn't realize how small of a drive the One X had until this week when I was doing my groups. Because you can see external, internal, or both, like what's installed. I was like, my external's not as fast as my internal, so let's just go everything internal. And so I was like trying to. I'd have like 3 games.
You put Gears of War on
Well,
there,
I
you're
mean,
halfway done.
You put any Halo game.
Well, and what does it, I think, especially for the One X, is all the 4K assets because they're bigger, or 4K stuff is bigger.
It's
so it
basically
has
like
to
the
be,
game is 20% bigger than
Yeah,
the base
because of
model.
4K. Like you notice all the 4K
Yeah.
updates came out, and then
Yeah.
you went from
The
60
game's
to
huge.
Like, whoa, guys.
No, yeah. So it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
What do you think?
hard drive costs are gonna.
What do you think the minimum should be?
Should be at what
Terabyte.
given time? Like in 2020 or in
Like on
2025?
this next round of console announcements, hardware announcements, what do you think the minimum hard drive
it's
should be?
the minimum
Like standard.
The next one,
Well-
if it comes out within the next 2 years, should be the base. It should not be less than a terabyte.
Do
Yeah.
you remember when the
And I-
standard was a floppy drive at 512,
Yeah.
right?
They'll probably
512
go
or
up.
something like
They'll
that.
probably go up to 1.5, and then they'll hit 2. But I mean, they've been gradually going up for years. I mean,
Yeah.
the first Xbox 360 was 20.
20, yeah.
It was a 20 gig.
You
hard
just take it
drive.
off and send it back to him.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
remember that
just
side panel?
yeah,
You could keep it and get your new one.
and that's how you would save your games and stuff.
Yeah.
You would copy it over.
Oh, I miss those days.
Yeah, wasn't it fun?
It was like a modern memory card.
Yeah, it was. You took it out, sent
They're
it
like
because
those-
if you had the red ring, right, you took it out, sent it back, and plugged it right into your
Yeah,
new one.
because the Xbox One was kind of the death, or the original Xbox was kind of the, because it had a built-in hard drive, was the death of memory cards. Because the PlayStation One still had memory cards.
Well, the Xbox original had a memory card.
It did, but it had a
Internal
built-in
drive as
internal
well, yeah.
drive that the PlayStation One did not have. Or
Well,
the Dreamcast.
PlayStation
they both
the
were-
PlayStation 1 was like 95.
Honestly,
both
what they
relied
should
on-
do is, I think PlayStation's got it down pretty well, and the Xbox 360 Slim did this, so I don't know why they didn't continue this. But you pop off the panel and you pull out the hard drive, and you can replace it with any compatible hard drive. So
like
then
you
it's
do
still
with, like, phone
internal.
batteries.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like swapping the batteries out of
I
the
don't
controller.
want to. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with it. I like just knowing that it's there.
No, but
I
remember,
can't
remember
break
when
it
I got
out.
the Xbox 360 Slim?
Yeah.
And it was just the bottom. It just had a little pull tab, and you just clicked it off and pulled out the hard drive and put in a bigger one if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Then you didn't have to worry about.
Dietrich is right. The base original model didn't even have a hard drive. I'm pretty sure that's true.
On the 360 or
On the 360.
On the 360. Oh, that's right.
It didn't even. That was an
And it was like
upgrade.
$100 cheaper. But you
You had
couldn't
to
do
buy-
anything.
you had to
Like, it
buy
was
it
like a
separately?
Ponzi scheme.
But you could only like play with.
you could only play the arcade version of like Banjo Kazooie because it only had like 12 megabits on it.
Dietrich, you're right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That is too funny.
It was like a Ponzi scheme almost because it was like, yeah, buy our console. Oh, wait, now you got to buy a hard drive separate, which we jacked the price up for.
They appled us
Yeah.
Apple us.
before Apple. They appled us before Apple. Great question, Sean Fitzpatrick. Thank you very much for writing in. T-Bomb Rocks writes in, and he says, I find myself lately buying more indies on the Switch, mainly because they're coming to the eShop first with no release date for the Xbox One, my preferred platform. I also have done this with Steam in the past. My question to you is, what is the maximum amount of time you will wait for the Xbox One version of a game before purchasing it on another platform? Let's start with Jordan, because Jordan, you probably purchased the most games out of all of us. What's the longest? You have a game that comes out on another platform, but it's coming to the Xbox. What's the longest that you'll wait
Dude, that's
before you pull the trigger on, say, the Switch or
yeah, that's
Steam or-
that's a hard question. I mean, I guess it all comes down to the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I don't think this will ever happen because of certain issues, but
Sure.
there was rumors a while back that they wanted Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn to come to the Xbox, and I was thinking, oh, that would be cool, right? You know, and this is actually not a really good example because I think it counts carryover, but. Anyway, stuff like that. Like I would want to wait for that type of game. I'd want to play on the Xbox. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Stuff like that. I don't know. It's a hard question. I guess basically my answer is it really depends on the game.
Depends on the game. Let's get...
Well, hey, let's take for example. Okay, Octopath Traveler. It's coming to the Switch tonight/tomorrow, right? If that was coming to the Xbox, I would
let's
have to say
it's coming to the Xbox.
Okay, give me a date.
9 months from now.
I would not buy. I'd buy it on the Switch.
6
right away.
months.
I'd buy it on the Switch.
3
We got to
months.
get down to like a week.
3 months.
Before, yeah. Like I mean, that's
So
I mean,
basically
exciting.
no time.
Yeah, exciting
Basically,
games. Yeah,
no time. What about a month?
that would I would think about it, but that'd be hard.
3 months.
No.
So under anything, a month.
Like, if
A
I'm
month-
really excited
a month
for
is
it-
your line then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I was watching...
No, but see the thing that it's hard nowadays because you got games like for example Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn where you can play on the PlayStation and the PC. Now you do have to buy the game separately for each platform.
Sure.
But if I play on my PlayStation and then I go over to your house and I log into my account on the PC and it continues. Same with Fortnite. Wherever you're at, you can play it. So you really just I really would just want all games to do that.
Yeah. You know what Xbox does right that gets me, so for instance, achievements. Like the fact
See, and that's
achievements
another
would make me
And that's
wait
what
for a
would
game.
bring me over.
Even though I'm
you
not
know.
an achievement hunter, but just knowing that goes towards my gamer score, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
That they do that right. That's
Yeah.
well done, Microsoft.
PlayStation has the trophies, which is similar to Gamer
Yeah.
Score, and then the Switch used to have like the sticker system, which was kind of cool, but I wish the Switch had something more public. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Or
Yeah.
sorry, not the Switch. The Nintendo. I think it was the
Wii.
Wii U had like the sticker system. But again, like I wish the Switch had something a little bit more public. You know?
Yeah. Octopath Traveler, watching reviews and Let's Plays and stuff of that today.
I'd love that on the
That kind of game I need on the Xbox. I think Xbox, we were talking about what does Xbox need to do. I don't think they need AAA.
I want you to know this.
Huh.
Octopath Traveler is done by the same team that did Bravely Default, and I know you were very excited about
Bravely
that game.
Default
Yeah.
is awesome. That's the kind of game that I need on the Xbox. I would play that on the Xbox.
Yeah. Well, I think the Switch, because a lot of people
I would
like.
prefer to play that on the Xbox.
I think
That
this.
style, that character, that turn-based, looks
Yeah.
so good.
Well, and I think this is maybe why Mark likes the Switch so much, because on the Switch, like, it's not the most powerful console, right? So your game has to be good. You know what I mean? It's because I know we've talked about how you feel. You know, sometimes laziness, right? Like, oh, well, we got the power. Why do this? You know, we don't need to optimize or this and that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the Switch has the benefit where, yeah, it's not as powerful as the Xbox One
So you've
and the
gotta do
PlayStation 3,
stuff
but
for
I
it.
mean, when they come out with a game, well, I mean, and it's not all games, but like usually when Nintendo comes out with a game,
Yeah.
they have, you know what I mean? And because yeah.
Okay, McSpicy.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What's your red line?
Can you remind me of the question again?
You're over there sleeping, man. You
I
fell
know.
asleep. I can see it. It happens.
I
Your
know.
face just goes like.
I don't know. That was a long answer, Jordan.
Sorry, I just
How
gotta
long?
get going.
When a game comes out on multiple systems, how long do you know? Let's say like
Okay, I remember the question.
yeah. How long? What's your time in Jordan? Anything over a month, he's purchasing it on before it comes to Xbox.
So
Do you have a time system or what would yours be? What would your limit be?
I'm right there.
About a month,
It
you think?
depends. It depends on the game. Like it really depends on the game. If
Sure.
it's a game I'm super excited for, I will buy it on, X system and then Y system later.
Okay, let's
You know-
say Anthem. It's coming out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, but it's coming out a month early on the PlayStation 4.
I'd probably buy it on the PlayStation.
You would think you would?
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, I would probably buy it on the PlayStation. And then I'd rebuy it on the Xbox.
For the
Yeah.
achievements.
Yeah, for the achievement. Which is funny. The PlayStation has trophies, but I really feel my those are just whatever. The Xbox is really what that score matters to me.
Yeah.
That number is important to me.
So a month.
No,
What about
yeah.
if it's 2 weeks?
I
You
prob-
wait. You wait.
Well,
That
put
would
it this
be-
way,
that
we-
would be hard.
We did not. We are the people.
2
Like
weeks would
we
be
didn't
hard.
wait for State of Decay 3 days.
So I could probably do it if I tried. I'd have to throw on another game
Sure.
and distract me. I'd have to use video games to distract me from something, which is kind of what I do already.
Oh, okay.
So
And keep in mind, we are people that are gonna buy deluxe editions when we can get them free.
Yeah, like
So-
Forza. Like it's
Forza
coming on
and
Games
State of
Pass, and I'm
Decay,
getting
yeah,
the Ultimate
yeah,
Edition
yeah.
to get it 4 days early.
We're
So
probably not the best
We're
people
not
to
like your
ask.
average person here for
Well,
this.
what was
That's
the
hard.
line for you? You never said yours.
see, because
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
The newest Madden, great Madden game. It comes out on one console a month early. Would you wait for PlayStation? Same concept as Mark, but with Madden.
No, don't use Madden. Use Forza 4.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Horizon
Forza 4. I mean, this is totally hypothetical because obviously.
Well, let's say it comes to the PC first.
Okay, yeah. Forza 4, Horizon 4 comes to the PC in January or whatever, and then a month later to the Xbox.
I'd wait a month. I'd wait.
2 months.
Probably still wait.
3 months.
No, then I buy.
Three
Yeah,
months.
three-
Okay.
3
Three is
months
the
is.
limit.
So let's do it. Let's do an aggregate of our answers. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months.
3 months.
2 months.
1.7 months.
1 month and 2 weeks.
Great question. Thank you very much, T-Bomb Rocks, for writing that in. Last but not least, we have Jonathan Yanes, a.k.a. CDR Tuvok. He writes in and says, the Switch has been a hit for Nintendo. Do you guys think it would make sense for Xbox to give it a shot in terms of a portable Xbox handheld? I would say Sony, but we already know they tried and failed. Does Nintendo just control this sector and others need to stay out? Or should there be more competition in the handheld department? Mr. McSpicy, let's start with you.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's a hard question because Nintendo not only dominates, but crushes anyone who jumps in with them.
They bend
So-
them
From
over.
Game Gear to the PSP to the Vita, they just annihilate people.
So this was such a quick announcement at E3. I think we they said it so quick and glossed over it when they were talking about on the Microsoft briefing about how we can play our Xbox. We're going to be able to play our Xbox on any device. Did you catch that?
I thought he said I'm going to play games on any device.
Well, because so maybe I misunderstood this, but I think this is my translation of that. I think they're going to allow the
Xbox
streaming.
app.
You know how we can stream from our house in the internal.
Yeah.
I think if our Xbox is going to be on at our house, and if we have an internet connection, we will be able to play on our phones or on just Apple devices or whatever
Via a streaming app.
But it's going to be playing off of that, and then we are just seeing the visuals of wherever we are. They already do it with internally on your Wi-Fi. And
Does it?
network.
Did Sony do that where you could play
The Vita didn't.
Yeah, I think on the Vita through your PlayStation, something like that. I remember
Yeah.
something like that that PlayStation tried to do or could
But
do.
see, they had it was an actual handheld for
Device,
that, right?
yeah.
I think people have their phones. I think that's what Microsoft is just going to do, just because.
I mean,
they can.
you already can do it with your laptop via the Xbox.
Yeah,
Lab,
you can do it
in
with
your
tablets
Wi-Fi,
too,
right? Yeah, your tablet.
I think that's the next step. I'll think they'll take
Have
it.
you done it with a tablet, Spicy?
No,
I haven't either. I'd be interested.
There are. I mean, it's possible. I just think that is going to require a lot less effort. It's just they've already have the technology within Wi-Fi. It's not that hard to make it if you have a good connection to do it
Anywhere.
anywhere. I think they don't have to do any hardware.
That's the question, though. If you have a good connection, you know.
Well,
what I mean?
but you got to realize
in
as the world,
2030
especially the civilized, as the world goes more and more online, that's less and less of a question. Like, when are you not around Wi-Fi even right now?
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm always
no,
around
no,
Wi-Fi.
like, we
Not only
always
that, but I'm always around increasingly better Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Like compared to a year ago, compared to 2
yeah,
years
but there's
ago.
like when you get into Wi-Fi, I mean, there's so many factors that play into it. Like, for example, if you take this thing to your local Starbucks or McDonald's, you're not going to have a good connection there.
but I mean,
You know
in
what I
10
mean? Like-
years you will.
Yeah.
I'd say
You-
2 years you will. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just increasing
it's-
that much. At my
yeah.
work, I have great connection to Wi-Fi. Really good connection to Wi-Fi.
And it's just going to improve and improve.
Yeah.
I think that's the eventuality.
Here's
is what Microsoft's
here's
plan
an
is gonna do.
example. Our gym that McSpicy and I go to, they had crappy Wi-Fi, like couldn't do anything. Now they upgraded their Wi-Fi because people use it so much at the gym, and it's fantastic now. It's way fast, solid connection, the whole shot. And so it's more and more businesses. The more the world goes online, a Starbucks upgrade. I mean, the world's upgrading together, right? So I think that's a great point. Should they get into the handheld?
No, I don't think so. With that, I mean, they already have the stream. They don't need to.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot of power to stream. Like, let's say it's an H.264 codec or whatever. Even, I mean, that's kind of a dated codec. They might go,
There's a new advanced
H.265 or something. I don't know. But all it is it's just a streaming visual link. All the computing power is coming from your box. I keep pointing to my Xbox in the room, but it's coming from your Xbox at your house.
Lag with inputs.
Well, see,
Is it minimal?
they'll improve that. I mean, remember the first rendition of streaming to your PC, Xbox on the same thing? It almost wasn't playable. They've come out with version after version after version.
But
it's just a matter of time.
They recommend, and still to this day, they recommend hardwired connection on both ends.
Of course,
You know what
because
I mean?
nothing beats that. But you can do it Wi-Fi. They allow it. And
They allow it, but
as that technology improves, I mean, Microsoft's capable of doing this. I think that's a way easier method to
Think
get a
around.
handheld
And
and a lot cheaper
Yeah.
because you're not dealing with hardware. You're not dealing with all
Well,
that
and here's
stuff.
the thing. I don't think that actually crowds out the market or competes directly with Nintendo's handhelds anyways. Like, Nintendo is so unique. They've set themselves up in such a unique way. For instance, everyone that has a PlayStation has a Nintendo Switch. Everybody that has an Xbox, not a PlayStation, but they'll have a Nintendo Switch. They're this weird crossover. Everybody has a Nintendo, right? When you're young,
It's a whole
whether
different
you're
genre.
old, it's this unique marketplace, and that's why they've crushed the competition whoever has tried to compete with a handheld, because they've not been able to break into that kind of crossover, that crossover appeal that Nintendo has.
And I see there's a misconception in chat. Oz Bundy Boy saying that he'd rather use a controller. No, the new controllers are Bluetooth capable. I mean,
Well,
it's not
if
every
you've-
every phone on the planet nowadays
And you
has
can connect
Bluetooth.
your controller
there's actually
into a tablet
there's
and
actually
everything.
controllers where like you can get that
And
it's
if you're
Bluetooth and you like put your phone on it.
yeah, I
You know what
have
mean?
several
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, so-
you know,
But your Xbox controller, you can Bluetooth connect to
Yeah.
your device.
The
yeah,
newer Xbox
exactly.
controllers you can.
And I see a time eventually when you're on the bus that there's going to be a power thing for your goggles, your Oculus or whatever it is.
Yeah, Ready Player One.
And then you are in a living room with a screen in front. You can do that now. It's just and see maybe they're taking that to the next level where you just you're on the bus or wherever, and you plug that in to power it, and then you have your Xbox at home powering your mobile device through your Oculus
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just...
So you think they don't need to? That their solution or their will be just continuing with this wireless stream feature?
The solution, it's software. It's not hardware. They've already done the hard work for it. They already have the code for it. I mean, we do it internally.
Yeah.
You actually... No, there are people that have already done this through a VPN to their work. I've seen the Reddit posts.
Yeah, you could do that.
You
I was looking that up.
Yeah, you can play anywhere already. If Microsoft sets this up, it's you just have a controller and a screen, and you can have a bigger screen if you have a tablet.
So Jordan, Spicy thinks, and I think he's correct, that that's definitely the direction they go. Do you think Microsoft should jump into a handheld? Should they try their hand
not
handheld?
make their specific Xbox handheld.
Why?
Because Nintendo dominates them. They invented handhelds. And if you think about it, their handhelds their consoles.
PlayerUnknown invented they invented Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Fortnite
Dude,
came in and took
I don't
over.
think anybody's gonna Fortnite Nintendo, man. They can be vicious. No, I mean if you think about it, I mean a lot of their main consoles support their handheld. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when the GameCube came out, it was like, yeah, connect your Game Boy to it.
But I
and do
mean,
this,
when you
this,
think
and
when
this.
when the Xbox jumped into the scene, it was dominated by Sony and Nintendo. Like
yeah,
they had
but
no
Xbox
business
didn't do
jumping
what
in.
Sony did, and they need to stick to their strength. I believe Xbox's strength is their services, as in their Xbox Live, their Game Pass, their feature sets of
Their OS.
Their OS, their feature sets is what you're talking about. I would count as a service. The cloud gaming to your tablets and to outside locations. I think their Xbox Live and services all bundled within that is what they're good at.
I gotta rewatch E3 because they mentioned something.
They didn't mention that. I don't know
It
exactly
was
what it said.
really
I got
brief.
the impression that he wants all games to be played anywhere, type of thing.
It sounded like I'll rewatch it, and I've watched it a million times, but it sounded like they're planning on letting you play your Xbox on mobile devices.
Well, if you remember, Xbox bought that company that was streaming video game. Remember, I don't remember what it was called, but remember it was streaming video games. It was like Netflix, but it streamed to your
Gamefly?
TV, and it wasn't GameFly. It was
Mixer?
I don't remember what it was.
Beam?
It was something, but they bought that company, and I thought, oh, that's what
right. 7-Eleven?
do. So.
Beam. I forget about
It was
Beam.
called
Yeah, I
Beam.
don't think that they should jump into the Nintendo. It would be cool if they did. If there was a PlayStation 1 and an Xbox One. The thing is I think Nintendo does it right. They have. I think you now can do a Skyrim, but you also have games that just like, for instance, Octopath Traveler. That game just fits a handheld.
Well, and honestly,
they just have the formula down. It's
they-
a difficult formula to have and to break through.
Well, and you're right. They have the games to do it. Like you take Pokemon. I mean, even if you don't play it or don't like it, it's one of the most popular handheld
Yeah.
games out. It is the most popular handheld game out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they got the games.
What about an OG Xbox handheld? Casey Jedi asking Chet. That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Dude.
You remember those little the little tiger
Oh, I
port
love
with the
those.
batteries in?
Yeah.
What if one of those, but it was just the Halo handheld? And it counted like your Xbox achievements. It would like upload. You could
I
unlock
think-
achievements with it.
I
Stuff.
think-
It was just one game as a handheld. What about that?
That's
like
actually
going back,
pretty awesome.
retro that back.
Dude, I think Microsoft
I had
and
Paperboy
Sony
that way.
I think Microsoft and Sony should do what Nintendo do and come out with the minis.
Yeah, I do agree with
Like
that.
a mini
actually.
Xbox.
I do
like
agree with
a
that.
mini
I'd buy one.
original Xbox.
I would buy
and
one
then
of
a mini
those of every
360.
system. I think it's cool. Come out with a mini Dreamcast. I'd buy that.
And
You come
actually
out-
have enough supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out with a mini PlayStation 1, I'd buy that. A mini PlayStation 2, go ahead.
Mini GameCube.
I'm there. A mini GameCube.
It'll literally be just a cube.
They could call it the Ice Cube.
The Ice Cube.
The ice cube.
Great question. Thank you very much, Jonathan Yanes, for writing that in. Interesting discussion today. Great bunch of questions. Thank you very much for being a part of the show, everybody. That does us for this week. Another great week of good discussions with a positive community. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to this week, and where can people find you?
I actually don't know what I'm going to be up to.
Can I
Oh.
say something? And we didn't discuss
Warhammer.
this,
I'm gonna
but
play
we
Warhammer.
talked about it in person
committed.
yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
And the crew, I have so much respect for the best in the world at any game. You take it for granted. You think, okay, I could do this. We're talking specifically about the Crew 2 Community Challenge. Our goal was to break into the top 130s time. We're in the 140s time.
We're at 141 right now.
141, and the world record's 135, and we're in the top 100 at 141. To break into that next 1% level is so the amount of time and skill and practice that you have to have, it blows me away.
Research any speedrunner
Yeah.
and just see their journey. I've mentioned this on the show many times. Research the GoldenEye bridge
Okay.
on YouTube. Just watch it. It's like a 20-minute video, and it goes through and it explains how important and how hard it was for, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, to get a 1 second. It was 1 second less. It was a 52-second bridge run, and it's only 52 seconds long. But this guy spent years and years trying to achieve it.
Yeah. It was really humbling to be the best at anything, because you forget that. You go along and you think, oh, I just don't have time. If I had the time, I could do it. No, like it's not only it's thinking differently, thinking outside the box, and then perfecting it. Because the break into that 130 on that crew time that we did, you have to drive not just the right race, you have to drive it perfectly. Like
It's perfect. Yeah.
1 mile per hour off on one turn screws it up for you at that level. It blows my mind.
Yeah. No, and that's why that they just finished up what was it called? Summer Games Done Quick. It's all
Yeah.
the speedrunners.
Yeah.
Those are so fascinating, and the amount of time that these people, that's what they do as their hobby. They go to work and they come home and they practice.
Yeah, it's practice.
Hours and hours
Practice?
and hours. Yeah. To be the best at anything is quite an achievement.
Yeah,
Really.
it really is. It blows my mind. Anyways, what will you be up to? Warhammer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Warhammer.
And where can people find you? Did you say that already?
You can find me anywhere.
Just find him.
Just
Come-
look for
come
me.
Find him.
Mr. McSpicy. Just put that anywhere. No. My gamer tag is Mr. McSpicy on Xbox. Friend me up. It'll be fun.
Jordan, how about you?
I will be playing more Final Fantasy and Vermintide. I'm excited to get home and play that. So
Did you install it for him on his
I
box?
don't.
I
think
did
he
not know.
Yeah.
Screw
He wants
him.
me to suffer.
Screw him.
That
I had
sucks.
never even found out the gigage.
Hey,
The gigage.
I would have done it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm excited to play Vermintide, and I'm really, really into Final Fantasy. I mean, after I completely finish 15, I'm actually going to go back to Steam and play 13 and
Yeah.
12 and 10 and
Very cool.
so on and so forth.
That's it.
That's all I
I'm
got.
X1Bros. Find me anywhere. I will be into Warhammer this week quite a bit, doing some Crew 2 as well as some Forza 7. And actually, I would like to beat Hellblade as well.
Oh, nice.
Senu's Sacrifice.
Yeah, Senu's Sacrifice. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. This is Positive Gaming. This is what it's all about. Go like us, rate us, subscribe to us on iTunes. If you want to see the community grow and succeed, it's the best way to spread the word. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Remember, if you're not having fun gaming, you're doing something wrong. See you later. end. That'd be cool. Gary Bertier.
I call it the Bertier.
Bertier. Hey guys, thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you for hanging out and for joining us today. We really appreciate you guys. It's always so much fun to hang out and do the podcast. It's always a blast. Always a blast.
From the past.
Always a blast. We're going to host someone, but before we do that,
I want to do this. I want to do some 27/7 Cyberpunk.
So good.
Sorry, go for it. I
So
interrupt.
good. We're going to host someone somewhere. We don't know who
On
yet.
the interwebs.
On the interwebs. But before we do that, we're going to do our Patreon credits, our producer credits. Sorry, our producer credits are everybody who supports us on Patreon for $20 or more. They become producers and they get special credits that we shout out.
They get special treatment.
Special treatment.
Are you ready?
And we're going to do it right now. And they're new, everybody. That's
They're
right.
new. I hope it worked.
They're
'cause
new.
We'll see if it worked.
I
We'll
tested
see.
it on my end. Should
Okay.
be good.
As
Should be good.
soon
Here
as
we
I
go.
press this button.
Hopefully this doesn't break.
Okay, I'm
Stuff
gonna,
breaks.
I'm
Stuff
gonna
tends to
turn
break
this,
on us.
Turn this on. Ready? Here you
Okay, here we go. Producer. Oh,
Oh.
Adam Painter. There he is. We went with artwork this time.
Oh yeah, Alpha Builder,
Oh.
Alpha X Builder.
Left
Oh
for,
man,
or not Left 4 Dead.
That's the dude, Andrew Goldberg.
Oh, name that game.
Dark Souls. The other one was Frank.
Oh gosh, I love the armor.
Brandon
Oh,
Arkin,
Brandon
the man. Oh, look, that's Halo. That's Halo 5, everybody.
He's a Guardian.
Halo 5. Coming
Chief
at us like a
Wiggum Minecraft. A little.
badass Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like Minecraft haunts you.
Christopher Curran. Curran.
That's a
Curran?
cool
Curran?
quantum break.
Oh, that is cool.
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight,
with the
the
division.
darkness.
He closed the cab door.
He doesn't divide. He unites. It's Dark Knight. Dylan
Dylan
Domingo.
Domingo.
Holy cow, that is an awesome
Double
picture.
D, Gears of War. Dominic DeBasio. I'm sure I slaughtered that. Sorry, Dominic. Forza 7.
Oh,
freaky
freaky.
deaky, freaky RO.
Freaky.
That's
You're
for
my
you, baby.
favorite.
Siri.
Free Radical.
Still doing Mordor.
There's a wraith in each of us, as he says each morning. Greg Cheney. Name that game.
Rage.
Fallout New Vegas.
Oh yeah, no. Happy Mayo.
Oh, Laura.
Look at those lips.
Look at Happy Mayo's lips.
Michael Contini. Need for Speed.
I've got the lead.
R56 Cooper. There's one I'm excited.
Battlefield 4.
Oh, that's a good one.
Battlefielding it up, baby.
Oh, Reactor League. That cute little
Look how
guy.
happy he looks.
I want to play that game.
He's so happy.
Richard Brown.
The Eye of Mordor. It's the Eye of Mordor.
That is cool.
RMG Gaming. Oh, Old Man Phoenix.
Do you like Old Man Phoenix
Distinguished.
or Young Man Phoenix?
Ronan.
Have no fear, Ronan's here.
I'm glad he got
his-
a Master
his-
Chief
yeah.
one.
Dude, always.
Terry Seppi. Oh,
Rise,
Rise.
son of Rome. Oh,
That was
my
such
goodness.
a good game.
That does it.
Us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the
I'm gonna
support.
go back to the credits a little bit because I can never. I feel uncomfortable ending on a song that's still going.
Oh, that's okay.
You
I
know?
appreciate. I want you to. You should feel comfortable, Mark.
Yeah.
You should always feel comfortable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually turn this on. Thanks for watching, everybody. We love you all. Let's blast this music as we go out. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.
You wanna say
Thank you.
anything?
Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you later. Oh, never mind. We'll see you later.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up right as the beat drops.